All right, everybody.
Well, it gives us good light.
It looks
Can
good.
It shines
Can
off
they,
the back of
can
my
they
head.
hear me?
No.
And all the audio is being recorded and everything? All right, are we ready to roll? Okay.
No. We're alive.
Well then. Welcome back.
We are back.
I guess. We are going to be jumping back into our game of When We Were Evil. It's been a while since we last played, so let me recap for you all what has happened. You had taken over the ancient Lacuna tree, corrupted it, and then I'm pretty sure right after that went and assassinated a very high up merchant in the city of Valinor, and then fled immediately, and then went and reawakened the mall in Stillport, and then left again. So you've been hitting these towns doing these random terrible things. The mall was a big one. And you attracted the attention of Carla Lilly.
I know I did.
More ways than one.
and the Avenger, who rode on Carla Lilly's ship to assault the tree. More so to kind of recon the tree. They were suspicious. That was not like an invading force, but it was probably the most that they both could muster at the time, without putting either of their cities in like real, jeopardy of being defenseless. And so their force was not up to par with what you had been preparing. You were far worse than they thought that you were. And a battle ensued in which you, Alex, you were almost killed by the Avenger.
Firefight?
The last you saw, you locked him in the basement, threw grenades down there, and just blew it up and just whatever, and escaped him as best as you could with your goblin companions. Because he beat you up so much, and you were really scared.
It was really
Anyway,
easy to take care of.
really scared.
Locked him in the closet.
Meanwhile, on the
detonated a
ship,
bomb.
everybody else was fighting really brave and stuff.
Stuff.
And stuff. No, but so you close call with the Avenger, but last you know, you got away.
Bad game.
On the rest of the ship, Oestre and Astride, along with Fletcher. Actually, Fletcher, you were there.
I wasn't on the ship.
Was fighting Carla Lilly and her
Up to
crew.
a point you were.
Shortly into the meanwhile, accompanied all around the ship, fighting its cannons and fighting the ship itself, was the giant ghost pirate ship that Oestre found and recruited from Limbo, as well as finding Fletcher in Limbo, as well as getting gored by a ghost boar.
That was an experience.
As well as meeting an astral whale. A fun little side trip. And now you had Captain Mulch and his...
Where's Esther?
Laying on a space whale, and his ghost ship aiding you. And in the fight, you also ran into an Apex. Apexes are superhumans, which, beat the piss, or put up a damn good fight.
Overpowered.
Would have beat the piss out of everybody if had Fletcher not basically 1v1'd him for a lot of that. And in the end...
I'm Thomas the Train.
In the end of this fight, the ship, the Wave Dancer, crashes. The Apex, trapped within a soul box of Esther's design.
Nice.
The Avenger, locked inside the engine cabin as the ship collides with the earth and explodes. And Carla Lilly plummets to the earth with Astride and a direwolf clinging to her. They both land on the ground with barely any health left. Astride is able to subdue and decapitate Carla Lilly, snipping her head off with her stolen armor of the Dark Scorpion that she found in the city of Elmira. Magical armor.
Probably how she wanted to go.
Probably how Carla would have designed to go. Yeah, this is all according to plan. Afterwards, you all gathered around the body and were transported, as soon as you picked up the head, to Draxia's domain. And you stood before her. She breathed life back into the head, of Carla Lily, her soul. Carla Lily begged to be allowed to be reunited with her goddess or her god, and the goddess Draxia was like, nope, haha, and threw her down a hallway like fastball special. And now you stood before her, and the last thing that Draxia said to you before we stopped playing was, now it's time for the fun to really start.
And I will gift you all overpowered weapons and armor.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And that is going to be the next step. And as she stands before you all, so it's just you three standing there. Fletcher, you're not there yet. Fletcher did not come with. Nobody else did.
She went down with the ship, I think.
She did, actually. She stayed on the ship.
Celine Dion playing.
I'm pretty sure, and like gave thumbs up as you went crashing with it.
Like Titanic off the front of it.
Of course, the only way.
And so here you stand before Draxia. Well, I have to say I've had high hopes for all of you. But to see you bring down the Wave Dancer, to see you snip Carla Lily's head off like you were playing arts and crafts, to see you defeat both the Avenger and an Apex, oh, well, you're all just so great. And it brings a tear to my eyes as she wipes at the 3, holes of the 6 holes that are in her helmet. But now I guess we should get to your rewards.
I thought that was Wendy's on your shirt for a second.
I love Wendy's.
Gross. So, if you're going to continue this, if you're going to bring down the king and this kingdom, you're really going to need better equipment. You're really going to need to prepare. I have a few ideas, a few places I can send you that has what you need. And as she's talking, she kind of stops when she looks at Astride and sort of focuses a little bit more. What is this? What are you doing?
Your armor?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And you see your hand, and you see it's like flickering. And as you look at your other hand, you see that it's almost like you're like flickering in and out of existence with sort of this like arcane energy sort of crackling around you, like light at first and now just growing. And she's like, "What? No!" And as she reaches towards you, you guys watch as Astride just vanishes.
I was gonna lunch for her.
Well, that's what Draxia was doing.
Yeah.
Boom! And it's just like a spot of just like arcane,
Chocolate milk dust.
No, stop it. Like arcane damage on the floor with like some smoke rising, and she's just gone. And Draxia kind of and like lands where she was and starts and like kind of crawls around sort of like an animal on all fours, like sniffing the ground and licks it again like an animal at the spot that she was at. And, the audacity! They took her.
Who?
The court of Colton. They're fucking high and mighty judges. They see you commit a crime, and they charge you for it. They must have really pulled out the stops to pull her from here. Change of plans. No dope-ass weapons. We have to get Astride back.
Did she say that?
Yes.
So why did she get taken but not us?
We didn't commit any crimes. It was all self-defense.
She comes over to you, shrinking
No,
down
I'm
to
serious.
very high.
Wait, this crime? Like the stuff we were naked and Clockwork Orange for?
Come here. Give Mama a hug. And she hugs you. Her smell is of blood and like viscera and death. And she goes, "It's okay. You're special too. But we need to find her."
What about the guns?
What?
What about the guns and the armor and...
Yeah. After. This crime will not go unpunished. They stole something from me. They took someone from me. And you're going to get her back.
We just use the ring to teleport back to the tree when she's talking. Oh, I'm special. Yeah, later.
So, here's what's going down. Oh, all your shit's back, by the way. sorry. Just refill your health.
Oh, okay.
Refill your refill everything. I'm not doing that bullshit.
Hey, I was hurting.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
so
just
was I.
flip it back when you came back to
I
her,
had
her
69
area.
health.
You feel super great.
Nice.
She goes, all right. The court of the quarter. It's difficult to infiltrate. We're going to need a few things. You two, you're going to go back, recruit whoever you need to, and you're going to go into the fairy realm. And you're going to find, it gets better. You're going to go find a unicorn. And when you find this unicorn, you're going to bring me back its heart and its horn.
You want us to find a unicorn and then murder it.
Yes. I mean, bring it back alive and I'll
Some
murder
people
it.
have their limits.
So,
You decapitated a priest in his own church while he watched it burn.
wait. So,
Yes, but
And
mystical creatures is where I draw the line.
Then just bring it back here and I'll do the dirty work.
so we just survived battles together. Before we could all talk again, now I have to go with this one into the fucking fairy world with a jackalope to look for a unicorn.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, see ya. And she claps, and you just, and you're back in that clearing that you guys were with the crashed ship. Some of the zombie animals are kind of around, just sort of like milling around now that they have no master. Vondis was kind of like looking around for where you guys, and he's like, "Oh, my goodness, what's going on?"
We have to find the unicorn.
Astride was taken by the court of... What is it?
The court of
Quarters.
Coatl.
Coatl.
Coatl. So have fun. However the
Coatl.
fuck. Coatl. Yes.
Oh, I wasn't correcting you. I was just saying.
I think it's Coatl. So
Are you familiar with
Turtle
them?
to
We
Yertle.
talked about the High Court before. Is that who you're talking about?
no. The high court that I spoke of was the Sealy Court of the Fae. That's the
It's in the fairy world, apparently.
yes, but the court of the Coatl is different. That's celestial. That's a different kind of it's a different kind of court. I know of it, and she says that you need to go and get a unicorn. Your goddess is trying to get you to. She's trying to break you into the court of Coatl. Unicorns are very rare, very hard to find when they don't want you to find them.
She wants us to kill an endangered species, basically.
Oh, very, very endangered, very intelligent, very loving creatures. Very
Yeah.
good.
There's
Okay.
no way we're killing this unicorn.
Yes, we are.
Just no way.
Now, I may have an idea. If you really want to get Astride back, there is... Now, finding a unicorn is very difficult, but there is a unicorn that's not as... There's one that I don't think anyone would miss.
Where is it?
Can we just like
It's
dress up a horse?
It's in the fairy realm. I could lead you to it, or at least where it usually resides. But that would require us to go back to the Fae, and that's very dangerous for me.
Oh, you're fine.
I
are-
am a hunted fugitive there.
Yeah, and we also
And-
are the strongest warriors in this world.
I too am very strong, but I am just one jackalope. He lifts his little nubs.
You're not one, you are three.
I am, nope, I'm one jackalope.
We are three.
Are you also jackalopes?
I'm
Doesn't make any sense. So, the trick is really getting us back to the fairy realm. It's locked down. I don't know if we'll really be able to... And you see Vonda's kind of stop as out from the brush, you just see come walking Fletcher with what looks like a piece of wood jammed in her shoulder, just like...
Oh,
Kind of
you made
whistling
it.
and smoking from like whatever
Still
fire or
smoldering.
debris.
Is there flames on me a little bit?
A little bit.
Can I rip the wood out and just see if it will light a little bit?
Okay,
With the end that's
So
not
a bit of your wild mane of hair is on fire and like embering and smoking, and you
Yeah.
kind of hold the wood, and the wood sort of catches, and now you have a little bit of fire.
I want to yell, "Look what I created," and start laughing.
They took Astride. Do you even know her personally at this point?
Which one's
Which one
Astrid?
is yeah. Which one is Astride?
The devil girl.
The one with the horns.
That's not a jackalope.
I want to
Alright.
stare at all of them individually, a little confused.
The red one.
Alright, there is someone that we can contact. He is what is known as, well, there's different words for them. A seam weaver.
Seamstress.
Oh, okay. The seam ripper, some other worlds call them. Many different names for these creatures, but there is one that lives within the fairy realm known as Vapa. And if I do a ritual to contact Vapa, if you are able to convince him, he would not listen to me, but if you're able to convince him, he can bring us to the fairy realm, and from there I could guide us.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
We can tell him we're trying to save the unicorns.
He does not care about unicorns. I don't
What
think
does he
What
care
about his
about?
uniforms?
Stop it.
What does he care about?
Vapa?
Yeah.
He cares about unique things.
I care about unique things.
He likes to find things from different worlds through which he travels, and he likes to collect them. He is a collector of rare and unique items. And if you have something rare and unique to trade, or if you think that we can find something like that, then, you know, all the better.
We can give him your hat.
That we got in the costume shop.
That's not, I think he probably has one of those, or like
What about
seven.
my origin story burnt up book?
That he might find interesting if you sell it right. I mean, you could also lie to him and just be like, this was the book of some fucking, I don't know.
That's just wrong.
But you gotta be pretty good, he's pretty clever.
Do we have to be somewhere in particular to open this portal? Or to contact this person?
Normally, absolutely yes. Actually, yes, but we are here. It's the tree.
Oh.
Any of the
let's
life
go back to the
trees,
tree.
any of the life trees can connect. So let's hurry back and I'll make a ritual.
Is Mulch around?
Mulch? Yes. His ship is kind of flying around, and he's after you guys left, he was just sort of scoping. So now he is starting to like lower the ship down. What's going on here?
We have to get our friend. Our friend was taken by the court of Courtol, and
Don't know him.
yeah, no, it's a whole to do, and we're gonna go do it. But
do it.
I want to show you something when we get back into the heart of the tree, which I'm assuming is where we're gonna do this.
All right, hop on. I'll give you a lift back.
Oh, there we go.
So you guys,
Sure
he drops
beats
a
walking.
ghost ladder. You climb the ghost ladder. Well, at first,
Did
actually,
it die? How
no,
did it die?
they're able to climb. Hold on, they're able to climb the ghost ladder. Alex, your hands go right through it, and Vondas is on your back because he's always like in your backpack, and he goes, you have to believe.
I don't believe.
Your hands go right through it. You have to believe.
I believe!
Your hands go right through it. You're not really believing. Let's walk back, and you have to walk back while everybody else gets a lift.
I telekinesis them into them.
You go.
And it goes straight
You
don't believe it.
You throw him up about 60 feet in the air. He phases through the floor, and Mulch goes, oh, he doesn't believe, and he slams into the ground.
Oh, that's on him.
Landing on Vondas and crushing him.
Killing him.
So now let's get back. So,
The end.
Plan
Astrid.
gone.
Astrid, you... And suddenly, 1 minute you're in the realm of Draxia, and now you stand alone in a beautiful and impossible room. You stand in a massive, temple of sorts, but unlike any you've ever seen. The walls are smooth, with intricate carvings inlaid with golden paint, all wood. There are large chandeliers hanging above, made entirely of wood as well, and holding glowing crystals instead of candles or lights. Long, elaborate tapestries hang upon the walls, made of fine-looking blue silk. The floor you stand on is made of pure, concentrated clouds. Firm enough to stand on, but also soft to the touch. The room you stand in is large, but there is no furniture. There is a large door on the far end of the room, and standing guard on either side are two humanoids. They are both in bronze chest armor and embroidered blue and gold cloth around their waists. They each hold a spear and a round shield with the symbol of 3 snakes. They each have a tattoo of a winged serpent on their face. What would you like to do?
Do I recognize the tattoo?
Make a religion check. Did you like that noise? That's my
Oh,
concentration.
okay. No, it's cool. I get it. It's cool. No? Try to help a friend that was taken prisoner with me.
No,
Should have want your
I don't want it.
pity.
It's alright. Those dice are cursed now for the rest of the campaign.
You're gonna roll natural
It's not true. It's
ones.
not true. It's not true. It's not true. I'm the DM. That's not
Number one,
not
number
true.
one, number one. You were number.
Lucky number 13, am I right?
What'd you get?
16.
Okay, you recognize that as
17.
13.
Are we done?
You know that is the
16.
tattoo of 16. It's not bad. You know
Good thing you
that
said something.
people like who have that tattoo worship quotals.
Are they turtles?
Nope,
Okay.
they're like flying serpent dragon things. It's like big snakes with wings. And they are
Sounds
very
overpowered.
good. They are lawful good, like celestial beings, or lawful, whatever. They're good guys. And
Drug
by
wars.
the look of the area that you're in,
Awful, whatever.
you know that there's legends of a place called the Court of Quotal, but you thought that it was a myth and it was just bullshit. That sometimes people who are evil are summoned to the court never to return, as they are judged and seemingly eradicated, perhaps. There is no tale of anyone visiting the court and surviving its ordeals. But you probably looked at this as like bullshit. But here you are, and you know that they are celestials, and you can't help but get a twinge of the feeling in this area feels like that of the presence of an entity that you once knew.
Is this only
But
for like
that
magic
entity
creatures?
was not a quotal, so
Okay.
not sure how you fit in with quotals, but here you are.
I'm picturing a bunch of Trogdors.
Look up-
my weapon.
Look up Trogdor.
Look up Couatl.
Actually, it's been a while. Hang on.
No problem.
Is it in my spells?
Wait, how do you spell it?
Couatl, all one word.
Now look up Trogdor.
You said that they're humanoid, right?
Yes.
So they're people.
Yes, they're like different races of people. They're just people.
Do you want to
So
see
like one could be like an
that?
orc, the other one's an elf. I didn't really determine.
Do I have everything with me?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I want to attempt to dominate person on both of them.
So so you get within range, and they go, as you approach, they say, "Halt, traveler! You," and do you just just and do it? Okay. So what are they rolling against? What's the number that they have to beat?
They have to beat a 17 wisdom.
Okay, so I got a 12. They have to beat a 17?
That's awesome.
That's your fucking number?
Welcome to
language.
my stats.
Okay, couldn't think of
No.
anything quick enough, could you?
No.
All right, so that's a 12. So the one is like, "Halt, you," and he's like,
What about the other one? Welcome to the team.
Okay, so now both of my humanoids are all right. That's fine. So
Thanks for giving me such an OP weapon.
so they
Don't
both,
take it away.
They both.
It disappears.
Hey,
Hey!
how are you?
Great. How are you?
Hey, I'm really good.
Don't look at him.
I'm not here.
Okay. All right. What can we help you with?
What's going on?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the hell?
Well, you have been, so it's gonna do a totally different voice, but now that they're your friends and they love you, you have been summoned to the Court of Quotal. You enter through these doors and be judged. Of course, a warning to you, though you won't need it, obviously. But a
Obviously.
warning to you, and it's a warning, this is what we say to everybody.
You have to speak with a lisp.
Any foul magics or aggressive offenses against any creature of the Court of the Quotal within these hallowed halls shall be punishable by death.
Alright.
Okay.
So where's the exit?
There is no exit. The only way to exit is to be judged by the Court of the Quotal.
Well,
and
I
if
got
they find
here.
you innocent, then you'll totally be able to leave.
Yeah, but I'm sure you guys know how to, how do you get home?
We live here.
The Quotal allow us to leave or allow us to come back. We enter and exit through the doors within the court, and it teleports us magically to our homes. This only happens through years and years of praise and worship to the court itself.
Praise it.
Evan, can you speak with a lisp since these are quortals?
This is not a quotal. This is not a quotal. This is like an elf with a tattoo.
Okay.
The other one's like an orc with a tattoo.
Okay.
They just praise the quotals. They are human, like not servants.
Check
They
out
work
the
for
text message I sent you.
I'm DMing.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm DMing. Maybe at the break. So
So this is the only door in and out of here?
yes,
How did I get here?
you were summoned and teleported here by the Court of Quotal. You see, you most likely have. Now we don't know the details, but you must have been charged with some sort of crime.
What's my
Quotal
crime?
seems-
Oh, you don't know the details.
We don't know the details, but the court is right inside, awaiting your audience, in order to.
How long will they wait?
I mean, if you. Oh, I see. You don't want to enter because you'd rather
Don't
not.
assume.
You're right. I'm so sorry. Why would I ever do that? And the other one's like, God damn.
Jesus.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Who's
Who's that? So, the elf is like, they would probably wait. I don't know. I mean, they said that they wanted to speak to you right away. We usually welcome them, and then everybody usually goes to the doors. If you wanted to stay in this room, they'd probably force you through the doors. It would come down to a show of force. I would never hurt you. Oh my God.
Right. So
But the other
if I
ones
go
will.
in there, you're gonna back me up, right? You're totally on my side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, both of you, right?
Well,
What are your names?
We both know that you're. We both know that you're innocent. So my
Gary
name.
and Cherry.
Nope. My name is Grant.
This is Tate.
You know what? And this is Vern, and points to the orc.
And he was an elf. Me too. Second.
Quotal.
I don't think I can make other people look like things.
So yes, Grant and Vern. I'm Vern.
So.
I like your horns.
Alright, you can stop talking.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down. And I'm gonna do
Stop texting me things.
augury.
Okay, you sit down and do augury. What is that?
You gave this to me before. Basically,
I gave this to you?
yes. It's essentially divination. So you give me a result as to how the next 30 minutes are gonna go.
Okay, alright. So do you roll anything?
No, it's instantaneous.
Alright, so within the next 30 minutes, things can either...
But it's...
What?
I don't... You give me an omen. Either wheel and woe, or nothing.
Am I having a stroke?
So wheel I guess is good and woe is bad.
And then wheel and woe is good and bad, and then nothing means...
So things in this area are either going to go real wheel or real woe, depending on what you choose. Not really in between. Either you're going to get exactly what you want, or shit's going to go down fucking hill for you right now within the next 30 minutes, depending on your choices.
Okay.
Which you don't have a lot of, because you're trapped in a room with one door.
Can I start, Can I, like, try to dig through the clouds? Do I get anywhere? Is it solid?
It's like you're trying to dig through like a blanket, and it's just not ripping.
Can I try to put my head through it?
It's again like a blanket, so you're just like.
Okay. And there's just the one...
There's no way out of the room.
It's like his
Their
soul
magic-
box, essentially.
Yeah, their magic is very strong.
How strong?
You're not really going to be able to get out of their room. I mean, you know.
You know what's fucking annoying? I just took away plane shift because I was like, I don't fucking need this or want this.
Got you.
Whoops. I don't know if that would work here anyway.
Is that the DM speaking or what?
No,
No,
this
it's
is,
him.
This is Grant speaking. I read your mind.
Sounds just like that.
Now, if you would just step through the doors, I'm sure if you just explain yourself, everything is going to be fine.
Oh.
Lol.
Alright, I'm gonna go through the doors.
Okie dokie. They open the door for you.
Yeah, you don't know what you were
Walk.
taken for yet.
I do.
And as you
Oh.
walk through the
Overdue magical library book.
the doors shut behind you. Grant and Vern do not come through with you. And it
Oh, rude.
And you kind of look, and so the main court is even more beautiful.
Does it look like a human today's world court?
I'm about to describe it.
Okay.
More beautiful than the waiting room you just emerged from. A large room with a ceiling that has a massive carving of the same. It's sort of like a Celtic knot made of these like winged snakes. That's like the symbol. And it's a design with these snake creatures. There are 4 doors, 2 on either the left and the right wall, and the same sort of chandeliers on the ceiling. At the head of the room, you see 3 very tall podiums, each about 5 feet apart, and at each podium rests they're like medium sized, so they're kind of like 6-7 feet tall, probably long. Winged snake lizard type creatures that they all kind of stare down at you, though they're only about that tall. They're up on these like higher sort of podiums looking down at you.
So these are the snake creatures.
Yes,
Okay.
this is the court you're in.
How many are
right
there?
now. There's just 3 of them.
Okay.
And they stare down at you with a look of calm indifference. And as you enter, the one in the center begins to speak. Astride Proudmore, you stand accused of multiple crimes against the celestial known as the Wisdom.
I love these people.
How do you plead?
I need more information, please.
The one on the right goes, "Your crimes are as follows." Him. And it takes its tail and puts on little glasses. Gained favor from the Wisdom under false pretenses. You, that's crime 1. Next, using celestial powers with evil intent. Next.
Did he just judge me?
Slaughtering... Oh no, the judging will come soon. Slaughtering innocents. Next. Betrayal of a celestial in favor of the goddess of chaos, Draxia, who is our sworn enemy.
They don't have hands.
The one all the way on the
Tail.
left.
Is it already used?
So that's the middle, the one on the right. And then the one on the left goes, if you are found guilty, you will be sentenced to death by suffocation. If you are found innocent, then you will be free to go. You may not interrupt the court!
Foghorn Leghorn's there.
The one in the middle.
Buffer lawyer.
Yes.
What do you mean by suffocation?
Well, the clouds within this area will fill this room, but only really around you, and they will suffocate you.
I would like
suffocate
a cultural lawyer, please. I'm entitled to a lawyer to represent me, please.
You are not entitled to that. You must represent yourself.
He doesn't have hands.
I'm magic, bitch. I can make things float and stuff.
We weren't survive a second there, Alex.
So, of these charges, how do you plead?
Misunderstood and not guilty.
Not guilty and misunderstood.
Okay.
Well, we will go down the line from each of these crimes. First of all,
Well,
do you wish to speak?
yeah, if you're saying, what was the second one? What did I do? One more time.
And the one...
Gained favor from the Wisdom under false pretenses.
That was their name?
That's the first one. That's the Celestial.
Can you please tell me what the false pretenses were? And where is this wisdom to represent
So
themselves?
you would like to discuss the first of your crimes. Very well. So,
I asked a question.
you gained favor from the Wisdom under false pretenses. When you gained the favor of the Wisdom, you gained power and knowledge, as the Wisdom does bestow, mostly knowledge, in order to gain your own power. The knowledge that you gained was under the pretenses that you were going to do good with this power. You have not done good with this power, therefore you lied to the Wisdom. Therefore you gained the power
Where's
under
your
false
evidence?
pretenses. The evidence is in your actions.
I don't understand.
You gained the power through the knowledge that the wisdom bestowed upon you.
Right.
You then used that power instead of for good.
Can you please tell me one example of a time that I used it not as intended?
Not as intended? Oh, it certainly was as you intended, but it was not intended as it was meant to be, or as you promised to the Celestial.
Misdirection.
Literally, everything you have ever done with your power
I'm still waiting for evidence.
has been to hurt people.
Prove it.
We have seen it. When you were down in the basement with those children, this is one of just the more recent things that you've done.
That was...
What did you do? You convinced them
I'm
to
sorry.
murder a boy.
Yes.
Hearsay.
Thus taking them with evil and having them worship an evil goddess.
That's racist. Snakes can't do that.
But that was all through the wisdom that I gained through Draxia. That has nothing to do with this wisdom.
Ah, so then let us look more towards your earlier years, shall we?
That's more so what I
Very
meant.
good.
Yes, thank you.
Almost immediately after gaining the power of the wisdom that the wisdom bestowed upon you, Jesus,
That was a tough sentence.
the wisdom bestowed upon you, you burned down your home,
It was an accident.
killing your family.
Accidentally.
Was not an accident.
How do you know?
Did it totally on purpose.
How do you know?
We don't. The wisdom does.
Where is the wisdom?
The wisdom does not need to be present for this.
Ah.
The wisdom charged you with the crime, and we are here to judge you for it.
Well, so you're just going off of complete what this person is saying?
Hearsay.
Hearsay?
The wisdom, much like us, is unable to lie. We all cannot lie. The wisdom cannot lie.
Sounds like lies.
That's yeah. How am I supposed to
Who
know
watches
that?
the
It is-
Watchmen?
It is in the nature of our being. We are celestials. We are good. Many of us can't lie. We are among those
That's
kinds of creatures.
subjective.
Do you remember if I used my thing?
You used your necklace?
Did I?
You absolutely have not used your necklace yet. But it
What
has-
did she
it has-
tell me?
That necklace
I know it's a one-time use.
is a one-time use for basically divine intervention. But like,
Call upon witnesses.
you know, you're not in danger yet. They still were talking
No,
about
I'm
it.
just asking. That would be pretty cool to bring her here.
I call Traxia to the stand.
Oh god.
So
Yeah,
among
can I-
for that.
Can
Yes,
I bring
phone a friend.
witnesses? Can I please bring witnesses to my defense?
No. The only ones summoned to the court of the Quotal are those that we summon.
All right, so summon them.
I don't want to summon them. They have nothing to do with this
They
case.
do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
No,
do.
they don't.
Yes, they do.
Anything that you have done, we have seen.
Right in the microphone.
This is more for you to try to describe to us why you are innocent of these crimes. For example, you burned down your home with the knowledge that the wisdom gave you. That was not helping anybody.
I mean, it helped me.
And the one looks over to the other one.
How so?
Now we're gonna go back to you guys. So you get back to the tree. Vondas has within the center of the tree, with his little tiny paws and a piece of chalk, drawn out this very elaborate sort of like rune. This like circle of like magic symbols, which all kind of blurs. You can't really see it. Like you can't really read it or understand it. It's almost like there's some sort of charm amongst him while he's making it that just stops you from being able to comprehend it.
I get a little nauseous.
Oh yeah, you might want to look. Roll Constitution saving throw, by the way, for the elevator that you had to take down to get here.
Oh, there's an elevator.
Yeah, remember to get down to the center.
15.
Okay, so you're fine. Now roll it again for looking at this and getting nauseous.
Damn, that was a 19 plus 10, 29.
So you're like, I'm good. I can stare at this all day.
One eye goes a little off center though.
Yeah. So you're all sitting there while Vondas is creating this, and he goes, okay, so what's going to happen now is I am going to summon the attention of Vava. He may come through, he may just open a window to speak to one of us. He's not going to understand why we're calling him or who we are. It's basically just giving him a ring on the phone. And then it's up to you to entice him. As I said, he likes rare and interesting things. He loves riddles. Things of that nature. Okay?
Okay.
All right, then.
I want to summon my tree just to stand behind me.
Okay. So Vondis basically, like, marks one more thing, backs up, and goes like... with his little tiny bunny mouth. Like, and then you...
Just Latin is screaming into the void.
and it's... and it's kind of a flash, and you see this sort of, in the air, this sort of wavy kind of energy, and then it... and it kind of opens up, and it's like chaotic at first, and then it like and forms like a nice, perfect kind of square. You're Skyping him, and you see sitting before you a very extravagant looking fey creature with he has like curly sort of red hair, kind of like your hair, like what it does when it grows out, like very like like kind of poofy, but like a little bit more wild and but like rounded. He's wearing a suit that is like down the middle. It's like two completely different colors, and his tie is like swirly colored, and the swirls are like moving and like, you know, kind of gyrating all over. And he's got many rings on his fingers and earrings in his ears, and he kind of like very interesting creature. Like, never met him before. And he sort of pops up. Hello.
Hi there, Dr. Jacoby.
Hello, I'm not sure I'm familiar with you. Who are you, and why are you calling me? And how did you get my number?
My name is Oestre Craven, and our friend Vondis here, who is a jackalope, we need help, and he sent us your way.
Need help?
We're hunting. Oh, is he gonna be? No, we're trying to get into the Fae.
Oh, I see. Well, the Fae's locked down from... Looks like you're calling from the Chronos. Yeah, that world is definitely locked down to the Fae. We do not want to go there or have anything coming from it. It's a spooky place. But if you were looking to get in here, perhaps you would make it worth my while. I'm not in the business of sneaking in anyone, but I can help you out for the right price.
Sounds like you snuck people in before.
Excuse me?
Sounds like you snuck people in before.
Imagine the three of us huddled over looking into the Skype box.
Just smooshed.
I'm sorry, what... Pardon my bluntness, but what are you?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Never seen you before. What color do you bleed?
I bleed blue, actually.
Okay.
What color do you bleed? You what?
I have a riddle.
You have a riddle for me?
Yes.
Oh, I love riddles! Someone told you about me, didn't they?
A little bit.
Go ahead.
Okay, what's blue and blue and blue all over if you don't get what we want?
Blue and blue and blue all over if you don't get what you want. Oh, I believe I have two parts to this riddle. One, you believe that it's me, or it's you covered in my blood. It's me covered in my own blood, or you covered in my blood. Is that correct?
I like all of this.
Okay. Very cool. Well, there's nothing you can do to me. You literally couldn't touch me even if you were here, creature of unknown origin. I don't fear you, therefore threats mean nothing to me, and I find them quite rude. So, goodbye. And the window shuts.
It's gone?
Nope, you can't deal with Fae like that. So, Fletcher has just bumble-fucked your way into the Fae.
I think we can get him still.
Vondis is in the back with his little nub hands.
Try it again.
Call him back.
Hops over, and he scribbles it.
Keep dialing.
Nothing. Tries it again. He goes, all right, well, I can't do this too many times because other people can
destroy the universe.
Well, other people could interrupt the calls, and then and you see that it kind of freezes, and he goes,
I have a real riddle.
Well, it's just sort of a crack, and you see like.
Can I try to crawl into it?
And you see little fingers crick around the thing. Old, nasty, knotted fingers. Not the fingers of this well-trimmed Fae, with long fingernails at the end. And it kind of rips it open, and you see standing there this horrid old woman.
I Sparta kick her.
Yeah, I'm gonna start shooting at her. I've seen The Grudge before.
So she splits this open, and as you like boom boom boom, you just start firing, and you can run up and like start kicking, and as you do, you see it kind of like and it kind of shimmers through it. Like it's not.
I stop.
She's basically like what he was. It was you couldn't have reached through and grabbed him. It's like a screen they are opening so that you can see them. And she sort of doesn't pay attention, and she looks around, and her eyes are this like. They have like the whites of our eyes, and then like a circle of black, and then just white in the middle, and like that's what her eyes look like. And you see as she looks around, she kind of. And she blinks, and they change. And now her eyes are completely red. And she blinks again, and they're completely black. And she blinks again, and they're just a normal sort of green eye. And she looks at all of you and...
Hello.
Hello, gorgeous.
It seems that I've interrupted a call. Allow me to introduce myself. I am...
Satan.
Oh, don't be so gauche, no. Lovely man, though. I am known as Baba Yaga.
Oh, the boogeyman.
And I have... Well, I sensed something interesting, and I thought I'd bite. What is it you're trying to do?
I want to silently have my Groot stand in front of Vondas.
Vondas is like shaking, and you see him just...
That's
like,
why I
if a little rabbit could be fucking petrified, that's what he is right now. And he's just like...
I want to shield Vondas from line of sight.
She notices your thing walk and kind of watch.
We were trying to gain access to the Fae.
Oh, is that so? And why?
It's kind of a long story. We're trying to one portion of it is we're
You're
trying
not there. You shut up.
trying to spectate. We're trying to observe a unicorn.
We're trying to rescue our friend.
Oh, you want a unicorn, do you?
And you see as she speaks, her teeth are... while she's speaking, her teeth are like rotted and old. And then when she... when she smiles, you see that they're all like clean and nice. And then when she like sort of looks up and around, like really analyzing where you are, and her mouth opens a little, her teeth are all jagged and sharp. Like she seems to alter and change as she's doing different things.
She has a diamond grill.
No. Just sharp teeth.
When she laughs, she has a diamond grill.
I believe I can help you with that. Yes, I believe I can.
She seems trustworthy.
I'll bring you here. But for a price.
Okay.
Very well.
You didn't even...
What is the price?
Do you want me to make out with you?
What did you say?
I said, do you want me to make out with you?
She goes,
All right, then.
and the portal closes.
I got bad feeling about this.
Vondas goes, I can't do it. Please don't
Well,
go.
then
Never
you
say
will
never.
You'll have to stay here.
I have to stay here. You
Honestly, you've helped
don't
us.
give her anything that she wants. If you go, oh God, you can't go. It's never a fair trade with Baba Yaga. She is a monster. Like, you're all monsters.
I was
I
gonna
get
say.
it. No, you don't understand what she's like.
We have to go, Vondas. This is goodbye for now.
Unless... Wait. Wait.
His little nose is crinkling.
A single tear. from
I'll
my
be
face.
drinking a lot of rum.
Is there
doesn't
another way
care.
we could get the attention of the court of the Cortal?
No, you don't understand it. It's too late. You probably only have a number of... And as you guys are speaking to him, you just see... Like as if you like passed
swallowed
out.
by-
Thanks, Alex.
The world kind of drowned around you.
When I
And-
fucked off by myself, that was only on me.
And you both kind of... And you're both just sitting in these like...
All three, right?
What?
All three?
Or just
Yes,
me.
these three. Yep.
Okay.
You're
Just
all kind
Alex.
of... You're all kind of like sitting in these like like chairs made of this like knotted sort of vines and things like that. And as you sort of move, you notice that within the vines, all tied around and mixed in with the vines, there are human bones. Well,
How
you know,
rustic.
people bones and people hair. Could be fae, could be human, could be orc, could be dwarf, whatever. But it's just like that's what's filling the cushion of the chairs.
Comfy.
And you're like, and
Now I definitely have a disease.
but you see that you are outside in some sort of very vibrant, beautiful forest. And you're sitting on what appears to be like a little outlook. You know what I mean? Like something made so that you could just like kind of sit. There's like a little table sitting there, and on the table are a couple of bottles and glasses. There's also
We're
a
not
pipe.
strapped in, right?
No. And down the steps, it's like a deck kind of that's rised up, and you can go down the steps and you can reach more of the forest. And you can see that sort of over to the left is a home that's on these like this big like sort of twisted knotted tree, and it's like this little hut that just has kind of a plume of smoke billowing out of it. And yeah, so there you are.
There's drinks on the table?
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to drink some.
Okay, so you take one of the bottles. There is a blue one, a red one, a blue one. Hold on, there's a blue one, a red one, and a black one with a skull on it.
I'm going to drink the blue one.
Okay, so you drink the blue one. Do you just swig it out of the bottle or pour it in the glass?
You guys want some?
No.
I'll just drink from the bottle.
All right, so you drink from the bottle. I'm like, all right. I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, 12.
Nope. You're immediately like, that tasted really good. And then, and you just start vomiting blood. Horribly vomiting blood. And you take 5 points of damage. And you, oh, God. That was awful.
I'm going to try the red one now.
Does anyone want to do it? Do you drink the red one?
Yeah.
I take the bottle from his hand and smash it on the ground.
Wait.
Speed check.
Yeah, I mean, I'll fight him for it.
You both go for the red one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll dexterity, both of you. He's going to crush you. He has excellent dexterity.
Yes.
23.
I think it's literally max.
Sub 10.
So you go, no, and...
We're doing saving throw, right?
What?
We're doing saving throw?
No, just dexterity roll, but
still,
you still crush
yeah,
it. You down the red one,
Mm.
and you're like, okay, and I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
19 plus 10, 29.
29?
Yeah.
Nope. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
I said no.
Oh, shit.
It's a 30, which is
Wow.
considered next to impossible.
Yeah,
So you
literally,
drink it?
that would have been, if I got a nat 20, that's the only way I would have
So
gotten
he goes, ha ha ha, and he drinks it, and you go, and you vomit more blood, and then you're like, and you completely freeze up, and you fall back in the chair, and you're completely paralyzed. Like, he looks like he's in rigor mortis. He looks like he's dead, sort of. And now take another 5 points of damage from vomiting blood.
Can I touch his eyeball?
Yeah, as you sit there and touch his eyeball, you hear, because it hurts, and then he goes, it's more blood, take another 5 points of damage. Okay, so Alex is now crippled, and you hear like laughter from above as you look up, and you see floating above you in what appears to be this big twisted iron cauldron that's sort of smoking is the old woman, and she's sort of like riding this thing like Bowser with his little thing, and she's like
Very entertaining.
and she sort of lowers it.
Well, I guess that's what you get for drinking without asking.
Whoops! And she looks at your like frozen sort of
Fuck
visage.
you!
So, I brought you to the fair. But it seems that you don't have a guide, is that correct?
We do not.
Do you know how to find a unicorn?
No.
Smell it out.
Oh, terrible business. Well, first we need to get one thing out of the way. I need my payment for bringing you here. So, my payment for bringing you here is a moment of that boy's time. At some point in the future, just a moment of your time. Yep. And that which we already agreed upon. Thank you. The deal is done. Now, in order to find this unicorn, you're going to need my help. I have a few things, baubles and trinkets and such, that can aid you. But for the right price. Do you have anything to trade?
Do you have anything, then? Anything disposable?
If not, I can think of something.
I want to show her the wand with the Elder's Eye on it.
It doesn't have the Elder's Eye, it has a Beholder's Eye on it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. She takes it.
No.
I want to take the burnt journal from beyond the Chronos.
Oh. It's from a different place. Interesting.
I've read it enough that I no longer need it.
She kind of moves it around.
I like it, but no. What about this? You seem to have something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your head.
Rude.
Let me take a look.
No.
I read one memory. I leave it shattered. I don't touch it or manipulate it. I just read it. I know a piece of your memory, and then I leave you be. I do not take it. Nor do I alter it in any way, shape, or form. My word is bond.
Okay.
Very good.
And as she smiles, you see like the wrinkles of her face sort of crinkle up, her long, dirty hair. She sort of slings it back.
Come here.
I approach.
As you approach, she sort of, and her fingernails, like, as she touches your head, her fingernails get longer and dig into the sides of your head. You're like, "Gah!" Just take like 3 damage. As you're like, "Butterfly," and it digs into your head as she's sort of, and in the background, Alex, as you watch this, you kind of, and you vomit and take 5 more points of damage.
Well, he can't move, right? So it's just dribbling out of him.
It's going
Exploding.
like spurting out, and you're kind of right there, so it's like So she sits there, and you watch as Baba Yaga floating in this cauldron is just holding Esther's head, kind of digging into it, and she and lets go, and you don't feel any different. You don't feel anything, and she goes,
Now that is interesting. That's going in my book.
and she takes out this little book made of human skin and starts writing with a quill. And as she writes, you hear the book kind of like screaming, like quietly, like muffled, that her hand covers its mouth, and then she closes it
Well then, you're going to need this.
and reaches into the cauldron and pulls out this little stone and hands it to you.
It's a unicorn finder. Point it in a direction and it'll beep if that's where the unicorn is.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Starts floating away towards her cabin.
Okay.
And stop drinking my whiskey.
That's what it was, but it's enchanted. Yeah. So Alex is not vomiting blood anymore, but he is just frozen there.
I'll carry him.
Okay. So you just throw him over your shoulder, carrying him like a 2x4, just as he is stiff like a board.
Can I summon another group, or is the cooldown blown?
Okay. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to group with
All right. So you have the big tree walking with you. I will do that for combat. So you guys start pointing the stone and looking for the boop. As you start pointing it in different directions, you turn around and boop, 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 in that direction.
Start following.
So you start walking boop, 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 through this very lush and vibrant forest. Very alive with creatures and very beautiful. Not where you would expected to find some like nasty, dirty witch, but you do notice that the ground as you walk is like gross. It's like dirty. Kind of reminds you of the corrupted forest where you were. But as you walk away from Baba Yaga's hut, it gets fresher and greener. Like where she is tainting the earth. And so you start walking further into the forest, following the beeps. Astride, let's come back to you. You stand before the court again, still. And they said, you know, how did it help you? How did burning down your parents' home help you?
Well, it got me out of there. They were abusive.
They were abusive, you say?
Your accent's different. What's going on?
No, the one on the left, that's how he talks. The wisdom said nothing about that.
Just because he has to always tell the truth, so you say, doesn't mean he can't not tell you things. He could withhold things. I'm sure.
It's true. We can do the same.
But I doubt that he would have withheld that information.
Listen, he's just...
In what way were they abusive?
Emotionally, physically.
First of all, were they abusive? Because if not, you're going to make a deception check.
Oh, I'll make a deception check.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I don't think they probably weren't. They probably weren't.
It's a matter of perspective.
Roll deception. Because that's what you're good at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, so that's a 19 plus 9.
Ooh, Snake Man.
Listen to me. Listen to me now. I didn't
You
know
have to
that-
roll 30.
No, not for this.
You're just mad because you ate the idiot juice.
No, he wanted to eat the idiot juice. He was excited to eat the idiot
I want to
juice.
see what it did.
Well,
You figured
you
it out.
learned.
We
But
should
what's
have
in the
taken
black
another
one?
one.
I know. I if I wasn't frozen, I would have taken all of them.
Can I go back for it?
All right, roll a new character, Alex. All right, so
Instant death juice.
I rolled a natural fucking 1. Well, there's 3 of them, so.
Oh, 3 more tries.
God, do you remember that episode of like Justice League where that's what it feels like?
Yes, that's what it should feel like.
Well, I rolled a natural
Where
20.
Green Lantern blew up
Yeah.
the planet. So, they all kind of. All right.
So you say that they were abusive. What did they do to you?
Does it matter? Like, I'd rather just move on from it. There's a reason I burned down the house.
You are in the corporal court. Every detail may be necessary.
Why are you
This is true. Every detail may
I
be
love
necessary.
that character
Well,
so much.
if every detail is necessary, then I think the wisdom should be here, since he's withholding information anyway.
By the rights and the laws of the
Outside the
court, the
window.
wisdom does not need to be here.
Can you please go over these rights and laws? Because I'm apparently unaware of
We
them.
don't need to share them.
I have the right
That-
to see my
You-
accuser.
Then I don't need to be here
no,
anymore.
no. You are here only to defend. His eyes do.
Well, it's not.
Calm down.
the donkey all over
You need
again?
only to
Those
defend
movies didn't act like that.
Well, it's not fair.
against the charges.
Well, it's not fair if I have to defend myself and you don't even know if he's withholding
She
information
has a
or
right to
telling
face
you the
her
whole
accuser.
truth.
Well, that's what you are here for. You're filling us in. Don't you see?
Don't you see?
Don't you see?
As I'm talking, can I see as I'm just talking to them, but can I be walking around? Can I see how close I can get to them?
Don't like where this is going.
I'm like
You
an
can approach
animated
about-
talker.
You can approach about halfway through the room.
Yeah.
Shot
Until you
dead.
Okay, that's
hit,
what
like
I'm
sort
trying
of an invisible barrier.
Okay.
And they're like, the one goes, you can't actually approach any further than that. It's precautions, you see. We have been assaulted many times by
Oh, I bet.
misdoers.
Yeah, I bet.
So,
Invisible walls, bad game.
what a cheap
Bad game.
tactic. Bad game. So, are you saying that you did not gain the wisdom through false pretenses, and in fact did use it for good?
I used it for myself. I will say that. Any time that you guys have seen me do bad or heard of me doing bad has not been under the wisdom. It has been under Draxia, which is a whole other court. I'm sure.
That's not true. You had many years of travel before you began your rendezvous
It's gonna be a very long court session.
with Draxia.
Speak of your trauma.
But I think that will bring us to the next crime. Using celestial powers with evil intent. Now, you used our celestial powers. We all share these powers. And the powers that were gifted to you, through the knowledge of the wisdom, you used for evil.
Please.
You were evil, sadistic creature.
Please, example.
Well, there are many examples throughout your life of you harming others simply to entertain yourself.
That's all subjective.
Harming others in order
Can't
to
hold up.
simply steal things from them. That's evil. That's some evil stuff.
Who says you?
Says, well, yes, I mean,
That's the name.
Did this wisdom tell you things that I stole by any chance?
what?
Did this wisdom tell you the kinds of things that I stole by any chance, or just that I stole things? Did he go into detail?
We were told that you stole things such as jewelry, magical items, sometimes food. One time you stole a cat, and then it died.
All
Things
necessary
of that nature.
And then that's not to even discuss all the misdeeds that you've been doing recently.
You can't include those.
We can, because you have used some of the wisdom's knowledge for it.
She was under duress.
Draxia did not. Draxia gave you some of the means to an end, but you used a lot of the wisdom's power. You have not yet severed your connection to the wisdom.
All right, how do I do that?
You must speak to him.
All right, can you please bring him here for the love of God?
You can do that if you are found innocent. You may do that after. So, did you use powers for evil intent?
No, again, I used it for myself.
That's selfish. How was your actions not evil?
Well, if I don't eat, I die. If I don't have money, I can't stay anywhere.
And the jewelry and magical items.
I sold it for money.
Deception check.
You can't tell me that's deception.
Yes, I
I sold it for money.
I know your fucking
sold
character.
it for
and you would have
money.
been like, I'm just going to wear it. Fuck him.
Fuck.
I think it's a 20 total.
Wow,
See if you-
beat your snake.
Damn, you're really high.
She a liar. She conniving.
You took me to a court of law to talk myself out of situations. That's my strong point.
Sounds fair.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really starting to sound like this wisdom's just jealous that I found
Well,
someone
alright.
who appreciates me a little bit more.
Don't badmouth the wisdom.
So perhaps that law could be subjective, and perhaps you
It
did
sounds like
use
it's
it.
all pretty
Use it for
subjective to
good.
me.
Not this next one.
Oh, not this next one, though. The next crime we are going to discuss in length is slaughtering innocents. Then we'll cut back to you guys as they all kind of
Oh no, not this one.
and you kind of.
Well, before we go, is this a? Do I have to get 3 out of 3 or 2 out of 3? Because right now I'm 2 out of 3.
Ooh, beat that snake.
You have more than 3 crimes.
Pull that
against
snake.
you. You have 4 crimes.
Squeeze
They
that
only
snake.
told
the
me
last-
3.
the last
they
one's a
only
fucking
told
doozy.
me 3.
No, they told you 4. The last one was betrayal of a celestial and
Wow,
favoring the
changing
goddess
the rules
of the
all
chaos.
the
Wow,
time.
bad game.
Bad game.
Okay, back to you guys. So
Is he still
You're all-
paralyzed?
what?
Is he still paralyzed?
Yeah, at this point, Fletcher has probably just resorted to dragging him.
I move bushes out of the way
Face
with
down.
him.
using
Yeah.
him, using him as he's swinging around one more time as you hit a branch. He goes.
Maybe if there's an innocent animal that gets too close, I'll want to like batter him away.
You start aiming his head at this. There's like an innocent rabbit, and he's staring at it because he's like it reminds him of Vondas, and there's nothing he can do. I want you to roll strength.
Okay. It's a 10 plus 4 for 14.
So you go, no! And as she swings you into this rabbit, it just. It doesn't go anywhere. Its bones go somewhere, but it just like explodes all over your face. Your nose is broken. I don't know. Take like 3 more damage. How much health are you down?
A slow bleed of
One more hit
stupidity.
will kill me.
No, you're not. You healed up, right, when we all came back? So as that finally does it, and you sort of, he just goes like noodly limp onto the ground, and you sort of are picking yourself back up like,
The fuck just
and you have
happened?
blood all over your face. You guys
I taste rabbit.
Oh no, you saw everything. You bore witness to it.
He's pretending he
I'm
didn't.
sorry, I forget that you guys break so easily.
So
Can't get the taste of rabbit out of my
Let me
mouth.
fix your nose.
So it's metagaming, so I'm not gonna act on it,
Metagaming.
but
metagaming.
I didn't
Make the
do it.
noise. Make the noise.
We're trying to kill a unicorn, and we're gonna get stuck in the same situation she's in.
Stop metagaming.
That's fine.
We just got a funny.
I'm just saying, it's funny what we're walking
I'm
ourselves
gonna
into.
friend
Well, that's hold on. That's fine, Jeff. Just please stop metagaming.
Yeah.
Bad game. See, if it wasn't so bad, I wouldn't have to
Oh, you
metagame
should
out of it.
metagame, and then it wouldn't be
But,
such a bad game.
Yeah.
but in all reality, we're gonna find a unicorn. I'm gonna keep him as my new Vondis. We're gonna find a horse, dress him up like a unicorn, and turn him in. Because unicorns are an endangered species. We gotta protect them with our lives.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you are traveling through the forest,
We're off to see
you
the
see
wizard.
you start hearing like giggling coming from sort of the left hand side.
Ignore it.
Scale 1 to 10, how cute is it?
What?
Scale 1
Pretty
to 10.
fucking cute.
Fletcher,
Like,
don't.
fucking cute. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, is it like cute as in
It's like an
horrible creature, like
Yeah.
goblin cute, or is it
Oh,
not?
I see what you mean. No, it's the complete opposite.
Oh,
it sounds like something.
disgusting.
Gnomes?
Ignore it.
Pixies?
Might be. You have no idea.
I just want to fire 3 rounds into the.
I was gonna throw a rock in the direction.
So as you kind of wake up, smear the blood off your face, like reset your nose. What the fuck? You're and just like throw him into the bushes, and you hear.
Good.
And another one goes. Do you investigate or just keep walking?
Ignore it.
Let's just keep going.
You just keep walking as the sound. Oh, God,
It could have been a trap.
trailing behind you.
It was a trap. We're in the Fae, remember?
Just having fun.
Definitely a trap.
Bad fun.
So now as you're walking, a couple of minutes pass before the noise starts getting louder. Boop, boop. And then you start hearing another boop, boop, like a similar sound coming from not too far to the right. Like boop, 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 boop. Like
Playing
We have
Playing-
competition.
Maybe.
There's a unicorn hunter.
Do you know? Have you ever tracked unicorn?
I've tried.
What
other
kind of
things.
question is that?
I found her.
It's up to you
in
if
the
you
limbo.
tracked unicorn or not.
How?
They're not difficult to fight, so they're
Yeah.
not too tough. So like maybe like one time.
Yeah, maybe one time, like, what the
You've
fuck
probably
is that?
eaten them before.
Do you
Delicious
smell
blood.
anything?
Like
You know?
their meat and stuff.
Yeah. They give me power.
Do you smell
It
anything?
does.
Yeah, can I snoof?
Yeah. Roll your perception, I guess.
Yeah,
Do you have
that
anything
makes sense.
extra for snoofing?
It's
Sniff check.
19 plus I can 5.
What's your survival like too?
My survival is
Probably not super. Oh, let's go.
none because I have no wisdom.
Okay, so you and you can smell. First of all,
What the rock is cooking.
the blood of fairies. You can
There
smell.
I
were
laugh.
fairies.
You can smell a terrible smell. Something not okay. Something wrong. And that was way back from where you're at. Baba Yaga, you can smell it on him a little bit. You can smell it on him because she touched him. And you can smell it on that rock. It's like pungent bad. It's, like a whole different kind of thing. And then you smell, the forest and it smells. And you get a slight whiff of
Cupcakes.
what could be a unicorn. And you're like, oh, like kind of in the direction that you're headed. You also smell something interesting coming from the right. It smells like dusty, sort of like musty, like dirty old kind of rags, but aren't dirty from filth, just dirty from like age and being worn through mud and things. And that might be the travelers that are on the right, but they don't smell like normal Fey travelers. They smell like they've been living in a cave for years and years and years. That's like what the smell, damp, like musty sort of smell. And it's boop, 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 as you guys are traveling.
It smells stanky old over there. I won't point in the direction.
So like visitors like us, or why is it setting off a unicorn tracker unless the witch lied to us?
No, your unicorn tracker isn't pointing that way,
We're just hearing
they
that.
also have a
Oh.
unicorn. It's a similar boop boop, and it's like you both have like a radar detector, and you're both walking.
I want
towards...
to. Alex, put this in the bag of holding.
We can't see anything. We hear.
They're through the bushes. It's a thick, vibrant forest.
Put this in the bag of holding. Silence it.
I want to throw in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Do you want to?
They seem
Track-
to just continue. It's not like they hear you.
Do you want to ambush them?
Well, can I sneak behind them?
Yeah.
Roll stealth. They rolled shit on their perception, so
16.
which is fair.
Fools.
Okay.
Travelers.
So you start kind of tracking behind them, and you are able to get behind. You start can hear the shuffling, and you look, and you don't see anybody. Yeah. What the fuck? And then you see like a little spear go past you, and you're like, oh. And right below you are these two little tiny. They almost look like elves, but they're much smaller. Kind of like the size of a gnome or the size of a goblin, but they look like Oestre a little bit. They have gray,
Ew.
pale skin with the pointy ears and the white hair, but they're like not like Oestre has like he's like sort of a pretty man, I assume, right? He's like an elf, right? So he's got like you know nice features. These things are like sort of nasty looking.
And
They're like
small?
they're like small twisted Estres, sort of like small twisted Drow, but they're not Drow.
What are they like the? I forget the name. Some sort of gnome, like an under rock gnome or something. But do you? We're not there.
But you're
Do
not
they
sure.
see me?
And they're thin and nasty. One of them looks like it has like backwards knees as it's like walking.
Looks just like you.
uh,
Wait, did it throw a
And-
spear at me?
We still
No,
have-
it was holding its spear as
Oh.
it like went past your face. They don't even notice that you're there.
Okay.
And one of them is holding the rock in front of it as it's like,
This way. This way. It's definitely this way.
and the other one's like,
Yeah. Alright.
and
we
they're
still
just,
have our headsets, don't we?
I'll tell them what I see.
How many are there?
3,
just two.
2.
Let's hold them at knife point.
All right. Should I just engage or should I tell them to freeze?
Yeah. Tell them freeze.
All right.
Fletcher, let's go.
I'm gonna jump out and ambush them and say freeze.
You jump out, and they go. They freeze. How would they react? And they sort of are screaming, and the one that was holding the rock goes fuck and just throws the rock at you.
I'm gonna dodge that shit.
All right, roll dexterity. I'm just gonna roll to hit you. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, so he just goes and it just. and the other one's like, you threw it for you rock, and he's like, I don't know what that is, and they are holding their spears out to you.
Look, what, be calm. I don't think he can see us if we don't move. I was like, yeah, good call.
Can I come out of the
And they're
brush
waiting to
behind
see.
them?
Okay, so your massive form comes from behind the bushes behind them,
I wanna see.
and they sort of like look over, and they look and just see your big, horrible tattooed
Like a
face.
taco.
I'll
Titan.
I'll
And you
say that
smile
I
while
can
you're-
see you.
and they and they start screaming and start kind of backing up and like are sort of back to back with each other and hold on, let me get their. I have to get their stupid fucking names.
Yes.
I think we found your
One
brothers.
goes, they hook an arm around each other. It's like, I won't leave you behind, Mug. And it's like, I won't leave you either, Vert. We'll go down together. And they're holding their knives shaking. They're terrified. And they're like,
What are you guys looking for?
Yeah.
What?
What are you looking for?
have you entered yet,
Yes.
Esther? Okay. So, you say, what are you looking for? They're,
None of your fucking business.
Tell
and
me
then
or you're dead.
Esther walks through the bushes and they're like,
Pop up.
and they kind of look at they kind of look at you like, whoa, wait, what? And well, let me get
Praise him.
Praise me. I'm gonna eat a
yeah,
cupcake.
there are things.
All this unicorn talk's making me want to eat a cupcake.
So they
Jesus live.
they look to you and as they both study, they both kind of relax and they're like,
Are you an elder?
My friends, what are you doing here?
Friends, he called us friends. Are you a rock kin?
I am not. I'm something else.
I think he's a Viking. I think he is too.
You know, they put their weapons away. The one puts his spear aside, and one of them folds his little arms, and he goes,
We're hunting a unicorn.
For what
and
purpose?
I'd say we go to a
Oh.
break right there.
Sure.
Because we'll just take like a 5-minute break. Good, you know, I guess now you can go leave the table. If you guys need to go take a piss, get a drink.
Sound
anything
good.
like
No.
that.
Oh my
God.
god, are you alive
Fucking
still?
disgusting.
I
Oh
thought
my
that
god.
was the chair.
There's
Nope.
his spinal cord popping.
Okay.
It's good to be back.
Recording.
No.
3, 4, 5. We are good.
You're
6.
supposed to count down.
Chuck, can I have my
My whole
cellular
day's
device?
fucked.
My cellular device, please.
No.
That's the
Alright.
wrapper. I want my cellular device.
Alright, so
The other one. Close.
we'll pick up right where we left off.
Thank
They
you.
said,
We're hunting a unicorn.
Oh, thank you.
you see this? Now, just kind of like what I described to him. They're almost like small, nasty, like.
For what purpose?
Well, we need its eyes. Yeah, we need its eyes.
Did anyone send you, or are you doing this for yourself?
I mean, our tribe kind of sent us, but not really.
Who did?
Our tribe.
Where do you come from?
The cave,
Are you
not too far away.
are you native to the Fae?
Yeah.
Oh.
We live here.
Then why are you hunting for unicorns? You know they're endangered. You're poachers and have to be killed.
Unicorns aren't endangered. They're just private. Yeah,
That's
they
what
don't like
praying
to be
mantises
found.
used to say.
Oh, they wouldn't say that.
Do you know what praying mantises are like in the Fae? They're really big. They're really big.
Are they endangered?
Fucking no, you're endangered when they're around.
That's not
They'll
correct.
fuck you up.
Are you adept at hunting unicorn?
Yeah.
Have you ever killed one?
No. I bet I could. Throw my spear right through his face, I would. He goes, yeah.
Where did you get that rock you're using? That you threw at my partner here.
Well, I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I apologise, I know I probably scared you.
I want to telekinesis it back to my hand.
Well, that's ours now. You can't. Well, I think he's an elder. Maybe this is a test. Yeah, maybe it's a test. Well, we stole it
From who?
from some other. What's the word? Fuck me. Unicorn hunters.
How
They
many?
were sleeping. We came in real sneak-like.
We should kill them for lying.
Except one of them woke up.
How many
And
were
we had
there?
to stab him a lot. What?
How many were there?
2.
What race were they?
They were Fae.
How old are they?
They're I don't know how old
What
they
color
were.
are their hair?
One of them was orange, the other one was blonde.
Orange hair,
One
that
was a
sounds
male and
kind
one
of
was a
fake.
female.
How long ago was this?
It was
It was a few hours ago.
Oh shit.
Where's the blood on your hands?
We cleaned it off in a nearby
You said
creek.
you stabbed it
We
multiple
We
times.
cleaned it off in a nearby creek. This test is hard, I know.
and then now they look like
The blood would still be on your
and
hands.
they're really only looking at you.
I toss them back the rock.
We did it, we did it. Did we pass?
Lead the way and we'll observe your hunt.
Shit, alright. Elder. I am Vet, and this is Mug. Oh, Mug.
And he's the one with the spear, and Vert's the one who has like the little sword.
And it will be a pleasure to show you how we will dispose of a unicorn ourselves. Let's go.
And he drops the rock. Shit! And he picks up the rock.
Let's go.
And then continues.
They're
Alright.
perfect.
I follow them.
So you follow them. So you guys are sort of trudging through the underbrush a little bit, and as you're walking, you see that they're staying in the shade of the trees, and they are not entering sunlight whatsoever. They're not touching any of the light that's breaching through the
Like
canopy.
noticeably or like
Noticeably,
subconsciously?
they would stop and avoid it.
Okay.
And every once in a while, you notice as you guys are watching, they're looking at you. Like, first of all, they just kind of look over you to notice and be nervous, and then they're looking at you because you're walking right through the light. And then you notice that, like, one of them moves out of the way and watches the same spot of light, and then watches you walk through it and goes, and, like, whispers to the other one, and they're like, and they're kind of talking to each other.
So they're probably subterranean something.
Do you want to try to figure out what they are? Because you can roll a.
Oh yeah,
Roll
quietly. Yeah.
For Faye.
Arcana, history.
Arcana or history? Which one are you stronger with? Go ahead and roll
Arcana.
that. Yeah, roll Arcana. Because they're like magical
You
creatures.
should put it back in there so
10?
like,
Yeah.
you never know which one.
Yeah.
You're not really sure. You're familiar with arcane stuff, but they're from the Fae. You've
Yeah.
never really been to the Fae.
Mhm.
So, like, you're like, I don't fucking know
Sure.
what these things are. Like, weird little goblin elves who are from, like, almost, they remind you of, like, Underdark stuff. Like, things that live in the Underdark, because everybody's skin gets gray down there.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense, like Drow and such. Just not too sure. So, as they are walking, one of them looks over.
So, are these two with you, Elder?
Yeah, we travel together.
Oh, very cool. And what's your name, sir, if I may be so bold?
I am Esther.
Esther. Elder Esther. That's got a ring to it. It's got a ring to it.
And they continue to walk.
And what is your name, miss?
Yes, Fletcher.
Fletcher. Like you make arrows?
I could.
Is that your job?
No.
Why is your name Fletcher?
I don't know.
Did you choose it?
Probably.
But
I mean, I think they intended to have me be an arrow at an enemy, but then that backfired. So I don't know.
That sounds cool, like you're a weapon.
I am.
Oh, that sounds pretty neat. Mug was named after a mug. I was named after a mug.
Were you born from a mug?
No,
Crisis.
you were not born from I was not born from a mug.
And he keeps walking. You can tell that Vert definitely sort of leads Mug. Like, Mug seems to listen to Vert. Mug does not seem to be the brightest. Vert's a little more intelligent. So they continue, and then you see that they look at each other, and they kind of start panicking and waving their hands around.
I'll get on my hands and knees.
I stand behind a tree.
And they kind of look at each other, and they're like, what do we do? I don't know. What do we do? And they look behind, and you have behind a tree. Alex, the two little creatures are sort of like doing this, and Fletcher got down on all fours like a dog, and Esther just moved behind a tree to hide. What do you want to do? Are you just standing there like just fucking over this shit?
I'll jump in a bush.
Okay, you jump in a bush. So they turn around, they're like, and they look to you. Where did everyone go?
I'm here.
What are you antsy about?
There's no way across.
And you see that there's just a whole bunch of sunlight. It's a patch of sunlight, and
Oh.
they're panicking, and they're like, and,
Oh,
he goes,
I thought they saw something.
and now they're kind of speaking to each other. You can hear it. You probably can't, but they're like,
Now we're gonna fail. I know we're gonna fail, but I don't want to fail. I know
Hey,
we've come so far.
You guys,
Hide under me.
You guys can jump in my bag.
No, you can't.
Hide under you?
I'll
Sounds
crawl
risky.
over top.
Sounds real risky. Sounds risky enough like action heroes would do it. Yeah, sounds like we'd be action heroes. Yeah, let's do it.
and so
Everything works out with heroes.
they sort of get down like that while you're kind of
Mama
walking
bear.
over them. They're sort of like,
You sneeze,
and
they all die.
the one has like his knife in his mouth, and the other one has just has a spear in his hand as they're like crawling underneath you as you're walking. So now you realize like, oh, they're panicking because they cannot get in the
Gotcha.
sun.
I want to
Or
look
it's like-
back at Esther and just have a really smug look on my face.
I'm like, we're just rolling with this.
She's
man.
like, they're my babies now, and he's like,
Oh,
I don't give a
give
shit.
a We're in the Feywild.
They could
This
literally
is just
die.
interesting.
So you keep following the boop, boop, boop. Your own is in the bag, and as you start going further, you go through this large open field, and as you start going through this large open field and trudging through it, you notice that the grass is like this light green, and it kind of like changes a little bit with the shade where you're walking, and you're just kind of like ripping up the dirt a little bit with your claws and stuff, or your nails as you're walking, and you notice that the grass is kind of changing color, and it's getting thicker and harder to walk through, and you hit, and they're kind of struggling too, and like, what is going on? And as you're kind of walking through it, you notice it changing color a little bit by your feet, but not as bad as them. You're able to get through it. Like they're
How
kind
tall
of
is
in
it?
It's like waist high, you know, on like an average person, and they're trudging through it on the bottom, but it's like getting harder for you to go through it.
And we're still in the sunlight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I recognize what this is?
Roll Arcana.
Motherfucker, 8.
No, but they're kind of whispering to each other.
Mug, what is this?
Oh, yes, what is this? We have heard tales that sometimes the grass and the trees, well, everything is alive in the Fae, so perhaps it is upset that we are walking through it without asking its permission. Excuse me, grass. May we walk through you?
And one of the grass goes and slaps him, and he goes, ah! Gets slapped in the face.
It is upset with us, I think.
Yep, upset with us. Yep, we see it.
Okay. Grass, on behalf of this party, may we walk over you?
The grass around your feet lessens a little bit in color, but the grass around their feet kind of stays. Like, you see, it's like...
Still iffy, okay.
Yeah, I mean, incite the grass, you know? But, like, it's just sort of like, like, not good enough.
Do you want me to incite the grass?
What?
Do you want me to incite the grass?
Like, insight check the grass? Sure.
No, this will be a 17. 17!
It was a 17.
So that is 20.
So this grass is very upset that people have been trouncing through it. And you think maybe asking permission, it's a little bit too late for that. Maybe you need to...
dig it up. Just dig it up.
You need to smooth over the damage that's been done.
With your body.
You need to make it feel better.
We are not going to make grass feel better. We have no time for this.
As Alex says that, as Headhunter says that, he continues to walk through, and you say, "We do not have time to make grass feel better. We're walking through this," and and you wrap up your feet. And you're like, "Mother!"
I'm gonna take out my knife and just start shredding it like.
So he starts attacking the grass with his knife, and the grass starts. The whole field starts to go red, and you see it like, and some of the strands start to get bigger and longer, and the two.
You guys are fighting grass, and I'm in cloud court.
The two guys grab onto Fletcher as they're like, ah, and start screaming.
So the whole field is angry?
It's starting to get upset, yes. As Headhunter's like, motherfucker, and just digging it. And as you cut away, more keeps grabbing you. You're like, ah, and now it's starting to wrap around your mouth. You're like, ugh, like it's kind of getting out of hand until it starts to wrap around your knife hand. I want you to roll strength to try to break away. Your knife is also kick ass, so it's been doing pretty well.
That was a 1 + 8.
Ooh, so they wrap around your knife hand and you're like, and it starts to like the grass is just gonna kind of hold you here until you die. Squeeze you here. I'll give you another strength check in a minute because it's grass, but it's magical.
Fletcher, what are you gonna do?
The grass is now starting to grab amongst you two. It went for the threat first, but now it's going for the threat's friends.
I wanna.
You get a chance to do
sprout
something.
my dragon wings and fly 10 feet up into the air.
You want to sprout your dragon wings and fly
Level
10 feet in the air?
again?
Okay. So you go. You watch as you see. Like up in the air, you're like, what the fuck?
hell?
And you see Esther flying with big, like bat wings
Doesn't say black.
that are like these big black bat wings, and amongst the bat wings, and this is the first time that you've ever used these.
Yeah.
Okay, amongst the black wings, there are some black feathers here and there, which are strange. That's not a normal thing. It's sort of like it's you look
That's
like
new.
like not right, you know, really, but you're like. Kind of flying above the grass, and the grass is like.
It was almost like a panic thing because of this nonsense.
Yeah, nope. And the two little creatures that are on you, Fletcher, are like, whoa, ah, because the grass is, and they're trying to fight the grass off the best they can, but it's gonna crush them.
Okay. How much further distance do we have to cover?
Probably about 60 feet.
Hey, you make it?
It's like 2 rounds of normal movement, unless you want to do something.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so 60 feet of sunlight still, right? Technically.
Ooh, I got it, yeah.
Ooh.
I got a better idea.
Ooh, I want to bury a dog. I said, ooh, I want to bury a dog.
I heard marry a dog.
I know. So.
I would like to take off the little butt cape she has.
Okay.
And I want to take that off and, like, you know how kids, when they're little, will sometimes put, like, a cat or a dog in a blanket and hold it by the corners?
Jesus, what kind of kid
No.
are you?
Okay.
I never did that.
And then start whacking against shit.
I guess the
Slamming against
ceiling fan.
walls.
Yeah, no, that's what they like to do. Okay.
Okay.
I want to do that, but with them.
All right. So you're gonna have to do this while the grass is assaulting you. So I want you to make a strength check.
Okay.
See if you can like get away from the grass.
Oh, 7.
7 total.
7 total. 4 plus 3.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a bad. All right. You only have a +3 to strength.
I have a plus 4.
Oh, you
We're going
rolled a
by
3?
the boxes over here, right?
Yeah, it should be over strength.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of and you rip off the tunic thing enough, and you start to wrap up, and you're like, at first you're like, what? Oh, and then you remember, like, oh no, I can't. All right, it's gotta happen because this is how it happened. And you as one of the grass starts pulling at you, you have the thing, and you pull out a piece of paper and look at the piece of paper, and you're like, fuck, and you put the piece of paper away, and you start falling backwards, and the creatures are like, as the grass starts to go over them, they grab the tunic thing, and they sort of wrap themselves up in it, and you see them, the grass is focused on you, they're able to like, and they sort of disappear into the grass. And because Vert goes, Mug, quiet. And Mug goes, what, quiet? And they leave their weapons behind and
That's
go.
fine.
So they're skittering into the grass somewhere.
I'll just lay there for a bit.
All right, so strength check from you again to try to rip your way out. And
Yes, but instead of ripping my way out, can I use my free hand, my potion of quick slipperiness on me? For action of freedom of movement for 8 hours.
Yes, you can.
So what do you want me to do?
So first of all, you're still gonna have to do the strength check just to rip your hand away, get the potion, and then drink it. That's gonna be your whole action.
18 plus 8.
So you're like, you flip the knife over, and it only takes one swipe from that knife, especially to like, because that's the tooth of the fallen herald, and you take out the thing. And now you, the grass goes, and as you're from above, you see, as it's like they're trying to grab
like a bar of soap.
It's a bar of soap. As they constrict and squeeze, you're like, it's hard for you to aim yourself.
It's like one of those
but
tubes
like
in
a
the
wet
amphitheater
fish.
where
you start your way towards the other end. And you're gonna make your way across. You see that Fletcher is now in a bit of trouble, as she is being wrapped up by these vines. And Fletcher, how are you reacting to this?
Kind of just seeing at the moment what's happening.
So you're just sort of letting it happen.
Just let it happen. Occasionally, be like, see how strong it is.
So Fletcher doesn't seem panicked. She's just sort of laying there as the grass, and every once in a while she like tugs at it, and it tugs around her, and she goes,
Sturdy.
yes.
You know, I'll tell it to the grass. I'll be like, sturdy. You're strong.
Sturdy
You're pretty
good.
strong.
So you start talking to it like that.
Do you work out?
Do you start saying this?
Yeah.
Roll charisma.
Yeah. You work out? It's a 12. Well, 11 because she's naked on charisma.
So you start saying like, hey, you work out, and the grass, the red color softens a little bit to like a sort of an orange, like a dark orange.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, and it's not as vice gripped on you, but it's still kind of holding you because it's still angry, but you're making it feel a little better.
Do you mind if I just lay around while you hold me?
What
I'm pretty strong.
a touchy grass.
Roll charisma again with advantage. Roll it twice and pick the higher number.
Okay, that was 9 and then 6, 5. So
Your
9.
dice fucking sucks. I can't
Yeah.
even read the numbers. 9. So it kind of like, it doesn't get any like anymore, but it's still
Just holding.
now it's holding you. It's not crushing you. It's just sort of holding you there. Like you'll just sit here and die, I guess.
Okay.
It's just stubborn. It's being stubborn.
There's worse ways to die.
Esther.
I want to cast Cone of Cold starting on Fletcher in a 60-foot cone across the field.
I'm making
Fuck,
progress
is that how big that is?
Mhm.
All right. You don't have to roll anything, do you?
Not to hit.
Right.
I don't know.
So you, and as you're lying there, you look up and you see Esther like make a bunch of ice with his hand. You're like, uh-oh, and he just, as he just slams ice all across the grass, and you hear like screaming in the wind as the grass is just getting annihilated.
That's
all the
nice.
grass on you shatters like glass, and you see it's all frozen, and you can just sort of walk through it.
Okay. I'll kick flip up and stroll my way out.
So you, and you just start
I'll
as
give
it's all
gentle
just sort of.
touch to if there's a flower here and there.
Okay, it's not. They're all
That's
frozen
fine.
and dead.
It's okay though.
And
He
you
knows.
you hear as you start walking, you hear go 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 go, and you just see a large dead branch, kind of and it's like 5 feet long, and it slams into the frozen grass in front of you, and you see the two creatures standing in the shade, they just threw it there and like grab hold, but you could just walk out. You don't need. So you pick up the branch. All right, and you just walk out, and they're like, "Woo, we did it!" And as you see Alex kind of and squeak his way through, he's perfectly
What's
fine.
up, guys?
And Esther comes and lands and pull your wings in.
How long
Let's
have you
leave
had
them out.
those?
Recently.
Ew. Let's proceed.
Okay, so you guys continue.
Racy there. I
Astride.
start running.
I just
Slip and fall your way there.
as I go to run, just slip.
The next crime that we have to discuss is the slaughtering of innocents.
I was defending myself.
You
Preservation of my
were
life.
defending yourself.
Yeah.
Give us an example.
Well, what were you told?
We were told that you've been killing innocents in order to procure your goals.
Yeah, anyone that I've
Such
ever...
as the young man that you introduced to those, or the young man that you had those young goth men and women kill.
Oh, that's
So
judgmental.
so
That
you
was
just out of the words out of your mouth. I didn't do that.
Yes, you didn't?
No.
You convinced those
Did I? I was there. I can attest. They were already convinced on their own to do it. They worship Droxia. They did that.
Roll a deception check because you did convince them to do it.
Did she though?
Did
With
I?
advantage.
Yes.
With advantage.
With advantage. Who said that?
You dominated most of the people in that room, but not him.
I
He did it of his
enthralled
own.
them.
But he was the one who
Still
killed.
using your powers.
He was the one who killed. Ooh, that's a good number. That's a good number.
20.
So are you telling us that those men and women
Should
That they chose to kill that boy of their own choice. And you simply allowed it to happen.
I allowed it to happen. I'm not going to get in the way of someone else's religious or whatever beliefs.
Ooh, and
Or
you're not the
whatever.
world's police.
And all of the other times, you were attacked first.
That I can think of.
What about when you were a child?
Who is this?
and- The middle one.
Okay.
What about when you were a child and there was your babysitters that you would commit atrocities to?
You mean when they accidentally died because I left my toys out because I was a child and I didn't know how to clean up after myself?
What kind of toys
Roll
killed?
deception check.
and they accidentally.
Because I know for an absolute fact that your character did all of that on purpose. Roll.
Fuck. What is that, 18? 15? What is it, 8 plus 9? 17?
17? It's not bad. Two of them seem impressed. One does not. One rolls a natural 20. The one in the middle.
Oh, she's alive.
The other two are like, the one in the middle goes,
lied.
you are a psychopath. I've seen psychopaths. But you did not use powers for that. You simply hurt them. And that is of no interest to the court.
Yeah, if anything, isn't that even before this wisdom person
Yes.
anyway?
Yes, it
Then why
was.
is it being brought up?
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
The next crime.
So I'm 3 out of 4 now, right?
Yeah.
Betrayal.
So
of
why
oh
are we
no,
even
we
bringing
will
this up?
decide. We will decide your guilt or innocence
Well, so far you have 2/3.
So I
It's
feel
just the
like
one
I
who
feel
fought.
like no. I'm talking.
Betrayal celestial in favor of the goddess of chaos, Draxia.
I'm
Our
sorry. Can
sworn
number
enemy.
2 say this? Because I don't know what you just said.
Yes, the betrayal of the celestial in favor of the goddess of chaos, Draxia. Our sworn enemy. How do you plead in that
I
regard?
think they're just mad.
I mean, if
America's
we're gonna
better
be
than
quite
them.
honest, she took me.
You're under duress.
I was under duress.
If you didn't do what she said, she would have surely
You
killed you.
abandoned your promise to the celestial known as the Wisdom.
What is
to
my
use-
promise?
To use his power for good. And you decided to side with one of the most fucked up evil creatures in
Whoa.
existence.
Language.
This is a court of law. We don't
This
speak-
is our court of law. I literally own this
Are
room.
Who
these-
said that?
Are they lawful good?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Offer them money.
But clearly they're very lawful because they're
Good.
I don't know. There's some
Who I
fucking-
forget. It's been so long. Who's the other god again?
Astride.
Yeah.
Praise
How do
him,
you
praise
feel
him.
about Astride?
They look at each other.
How do you feel about what?
Does Astride have to do with your defense?
Yes.
Well,
Let's
right.
bring them all down.
Then Astride.
Just streaming eyes.
Well then, I guess I will go first. We find Astride to be...
beautiful.
Shut up.
His intentions are good, but his actions are not.
Yes, I think that's a good way to put it. I myself feel that Astride is a bit short-sighted, and he feels that force is a little too necessary. But his ideals are sound. He wants order and peace. But he can be a little destructive and a little cruel.
A little oppressive, if you ask me.
Oh.
I find his actions to be a little bit deplorable.
Sounds like the Supreme Court over here.
And how do you feel about the way his disciples are running things or doing things? Do you think it's what? Actually, first, what do you, as lawful creatures, think about free will?
Right. It's very important. It's the most important. You cannot force someone to do something that they don't want to do.
Yes, I believe free will is a very important aspect of mortals and of life in general.
Well, then you should understand why I took this into my own hands.
Explain.
Everywhere we have gone after meeting Draxia, all free will is gone. These people are scared into worshipping this god for fear of... I don't know, actually.
No.
Actually, I do. We went through it.
A liberator.
We went through it. They took away our free will. They took away our memories. They made us praise him.
They forced you.
They forced us.
Call him.
So I know you have differences with this god, but I believe what we are doing is justified. I believe what we are doing, and at the end of the day, is good. It's restoring free will of the people of this world. It's not fair to them to have this decided for them, that this is the way they should live their lives. If they want to destroy the world in their selfishness or what have you, then I feel like they should be free to do so.
They are silent, kind of looking at each other.
So I guess I'm guilty.
No,
I guess I'm guilty.
Give me liberty or give me death.
So let me ask you a question right now. Astrid, out of game, does Astrid believe an ounce of that? Because if not, I'll have you roll deception with advantage. Because that was so well done.
No, she's talking her way the fuck out of this. She doesn't
Alright,
give a fuck.
so
She's
deception,
evil as hell.
deception with hard advantage, and they're gonna
So
roll. They're
3
gonna,
die. Roll 3 die.
No,
They're gonna roll with disadvantage.
I'm gonna roll them with disadvantage because that was very, very good. I loved it.
Ooh, a natural 1.
Oh, you suck.
Natural 1. That's a 20. That's a
Did
20.
you just score a 20?
Nat 20.
Plus
Plus
9.
a million.
As you stand there, finish what you're saying.
You start crying.
And they
All the snakes.
They kind of start looking at each other.
I quit my job.
Then it is time for us to decide a verdict.
Yes, I believe so.
Guilty. I believe so too. Let's cut back to you guys. After you guys have now escaped
You better
the,
get to us before we kill this
you've
unicorn.
now escaped the grumpy grass fields. And here you are. Don't laugh at my name.
Can I leave my number?
What's
to-
your number?
To the grumpy grass fields.
911 hell.
You carve a number into the dirt. What's your number?
911 hell.
All right, you dial 9. You cover 911 hell. One of the grass is trying to slap your hands. You're like, stop it.
Stop flirting. I'm giving you my number.
It turns
hard to
pink
get.
and shies away. So now you guys continue.
Crazy.
You continue trudging. You continue trudging forward, following the boop boop rock of these little creatures.
God.
Why do we suck?
And as they lead you, the beeping is growing like beep, 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 and they're like,
We must be getting pretty close. We've got to be getting pretty close.
and
Can the unicorns hear this?
usually they can, yeah. Unicorns are very clever, crafty creatures. They're very smart. And as you start approaching, you can hear what sounds like talking and the very distinct sound of a horse neigh. Or
We need it
whinny
alive.
up ahead, within the forest.
Can I
Who
stealth
told them?
forward?
Who told them to go after the unicorn?
Draxia.
Okay.
Draxia said, "I need a unicorn to get you into the court of Quotal."
Can I,
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this.
I can't wait to get out, and then they're
Yeah.
transported into
That
the box.
happens, like,
We'll see. I
every
wasn't
campaign.
sure how you were going to handle it, or if you were just going to give them the silent treatment literally the whole time. I didn't know. So,
which
Yeah.
is very possible.
but like that, I also wasn't expecting you to spit out like the gnarliest fucking monologue in like a lawyer movie ever. That was great.
Can I sneak ahead?
You want it alive?
Yes.
Maybe we can ambush into a soul box.
I can talk to it into a soul box.
They are intelligent. You can speak to them.
Oh.
If not, we bully it.
So you start approaching. I want you to roll for stealth. Are all of you following?
I'm at a distance.
Okay.
I got a 23.
I'll be at a Fletcher can still see distance.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to start getting ahead then. So you'll have to roll stealth too.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It's 15.
Okay. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
What was yours?
23.
Fuck.
I think that's the best
So
spell I've
you
ever done.
you get to closer to the area, and you now start to see figures moving. As you approach, you kind of move the bushes out of the way, and you can see what appears to be these like women, female form, but they're like made of
Alex.
plants. They're like like tree women, sort of, but like
Spriggans.
kind of smooth. No, dryads. With like hair of all beautiful leaves, and like they're shapely. They're very pretty. And you're like, oh, and they're all sitting there like speaking to each other, like ha ha, kind of laughing. And you see in the middle, one of them starts putting like a garland of flowers around
my God.
this unicorn. And and you're like, that must be the
I
unicorn.
wish I was a unicorn right now.
And as she moves away, she like pets him, and as she moves away, you see that his face is like this. As he's sitting there, and you're like, "Is that what they're supposed to look like?" And the two little like dark creatures that are underneath you are like,
That's him. That must be him. What do you think we should do?
Stay back.
and you go, "All right, stay back," and you back up a little bit, and you bump, and you look, and just standing up, not in the bushes at all, is Fletcher with her hands kind of like this, like.
Get down.
Like, and you see before you exactly what I described now, a bunch of pretty plant women and a derp-ass looking unicorn.
I gotta talk to him. We gotta get down.
I'll slowly crouch my way down.
As one of them like looks over and you just get under the bushes, and they're like, and they go back to like.
Is there like a
some of them are like singing, and it's just very beautiful.
Is there
beautiful sight.
is there like a little flower nearby I could stick in my hair? Well, in my ear because I don't really have hair.
Sure, yeah. You pick a flower.
Put up your nose.
So here's a couple of flowers because you're in a very vibrant, beautiful forest, and this is the fucking face. So let's talk about these flowers.
Okay.
There's like this beautiful fucking orange one with like these blue leaves around the side of it that kind of are like a spiral sort of, with like these little diggly doos sticking out of it with like purple balls at the end. There's this big, beautiful red one like a rose that has like this like dark orange sort of nectar in the middle of it. There's this like extremely vibrant violet one with like orange around the rim and the top. Which one of those do you think?
I want to take all of them and just put them in different parts of my body.
Okay. Okay. So you rip the first one out, and as you do, when you rip it out, it's attached to like some little thing that comes out with it, almost like the roots, and it's like this small knot of roots that like unfolds and goes. Ah!
I'm just gonna put that back.
You shove it back in. One of the dryads looks over and is like, as she's like, ah, and she starts to approach. And do you continue to just start ripping flowers out? All right. So you notice that you're like, whatever. You go for the red one with the nectar in it. You rip it out. I want you to roll dexterity. Such a fucking stupid campaign.
15.
You go, and some of the nectar goes, and you grab it. And you're like, got it, and you get the rest of the dirt off. Where does that one go?
Right next to my ear.
Right next to the ear, so that the nectar is staying in the flower. And you grab the violet one, and as you do, you rip it out. And when you rip it out, you see that all of the color leaves it immediately, and a tiny soul flies out, and it's like, no, like please, and disappears.
I'm just gonna put that back down.
And you put it back in the ground, and as you put it back in the ground kind of like swallows it up, and you're like, ugh. And you see like another one start to grow.
So I'm just gonna put my weapons away, and I'm gonna start walking up to them.
So you approach as the one dryad is starting to walk. You just like emerge. How do you emerge from the bushes towards it?
Very swaggy.
Swaggy, roll charisma.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Go back to rolling on this, my bud.
With advantage because of the flower. 6.
No. So you.
Oh, I'm still slippery.
So as you start walking, you're like the flower goes and falls out, and the nectar falls out. And as you go up, you're like, hey, what's up? And approach, and the dryad's like, Sonny, and kind of talks this like other language, and you see from her arm like this like sword or like this. No, probably just be clubs. This like club of like wood kind of appears, and some of the other ones start to like.
Well, hey, calm down.
You are not here to hurt us?
I would never hurt such beauty.
What are you here for? State your business.
Well, there's a group of men, not too far behind me, who want to harm this unicorn.
They want to hurt Philbus.
I'm listening to this.
It is my mission to make sure no one hurts this
At the sound of his name.
It is my life mission to make sure no one harms this unicorn.
But you carry much armor and weapons for someone who is to protect.
Sometimes you gotta do bad things to hurt bad people.
That is so romantic. So they like, and they're not too sure if you roll persuasion.
I am telling the truth, by the way.
You really do want to protect
yes,
this fucking
I am
unicorn?
telling the truth. 14 plus 0. 14.
Okay.
What is your name, stranger?
Alex.
Alex. We are the Philbus Guard. We protect Philbus with our lives.
I want to bow.
Now first we must check to make sure you do not have any sort of evil magics about you.
And you see one of the other ones starts approaching, puts away the thing, and extends her hands, and you see like these small flowers sort of appear, like almost like boop 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 boop, and she starts like going over, like she goes, hands out, please, and okay, hands up, please.
Rectal exam.
Standing with the tree X-ray.
So
Tree X-ray.
so Fletcher and Esther, what do you guys do?
I want to get to the tree line where she is.
All right, so you get there. So you guys are both watching this. Like, what's the?
How big is the unicorn?
It's like unicorn, so it's like a horse.
Is it something
Giant
I
ass
can pick up and
horse.
It's not
bash?
huge. It's like a
Can
normal
I
size.
just open a trapdoor?
But the
on right?
face is like a human.
Can you do that? Hold on, he's pretty far away amongst the dryads, so I'm gonna say he's probably about 60 feet away from you.
Is this unicorn touched?
What do you mean?
Like
You
they're
haven't,
extremely...
you haven't spoken to him yet,
Okay. Okay.
but that he looks like
I won't assume.
and
I'll wait
his
until
eyes go this way.
I'll wait until I pass the guard's test to
Usually
talk
it's
to
the
him.
donkey again.
I wish we had like a. Oh my god. Wait, just give me 2 seconds. Oh my god, I almost tripped.
Please be careful.
Almost destroyed everything.
Good.
Oh, Jesus.
Did I knock anything over?
Yes.
Is it
No,
that
we're
color?
good.
Did I?
No, you're
Okay.
fine.
So that's perfect. So,
How far away is it?
like 60 feet. How far is the distance for your trapdoor?
60 feet.
He's 61 feet.
So while Alex is, and the dryads are sort of around Philbus. Now some of them are starting to tighten around Philbus a little bit because of
It's
this.
okay.
I'm not sure.
It's fine if they're
I also want to try to push him out of the way. If anything seems like they're trying to attack.
Well, you're far away. They're keeping you away from. So you're kind of. Are you casting this?
Yeah.
And Fletcher, did you want to do anything?
I am.
Things might get hairy, Fletcher.
In what way?
We might have to kill the women.
Do I hear this?
I can burn them. It's fine.
Or you have to activate
Yeah,
it?
you can hear them in their headset. Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare.
So you say, "Don't you fucking dare!" as she starts to go like, as she starts to go lower, and she goes, "Oh, I understand. You do not play for that team. That is fine. I am sorry." And they leave you alone. But they do the finger detectors go around your knife. And they go, "That is very evil magics.
Yes.
Why do you have that?"
As I said before, sometimes you have to do bad things to bad people.
And so it's just sitting there, and almost, I would imagine, almost with a little bit of joy.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
Does my slipperiness help me?
hold on.
Get there.
What are you gonna try to do?
I'm gonna push the horse out of the way.
First of all, you're like, you are probably 30 feet away from him. So that's your full movement. Second of all, you're gonna have to roll perception to even tell that
The
Esther's
floor
going
is
to-
literally
I don't
disappearing
see,
from...
and you're gonna have to explain it to me because I don't even see how you would know that he's just gonna twist his ring and do it. Like, explain first. Roll perception and see if you get high enough.
No.
What did you
A
get?
2.
Okay, so
You're
you're just
completely into the woman.
so yeah. You're just looking at one of them like turns around and starts like walking away, and you're like, oh my
Okay. Yeah.
god!
I
like,
knew something was gonna happen. And
they're dry. Like, yeah, you go, don't you fucking dare. And then you're like, all right, I should really,
V line.
like, it's really good. You're like, these tree ladies are hot. And so
I
you're
forgot my
standing there,
mission.
you look over as Esther twists his ring, and a bit of like, you see that the horse and about 4 of the dryads just as he falls, and the
Wait, do that face again.
as they fall, and he bashes his face
No.
into the edge of the thing. Some of the dryads and like fall right in, and then
Honestly,
I don't move
Was
or
this a
anything.
different box?
immediately
Yes.
the dryad that's on you kind of turns right after you basically said,
I wanna shout, "It's them."
sometimes you have to do bad things to bad people. And the horse falls and goes, "Huh," and she starts to make like a sharp piece of wood out of her hand,
Oh,
and
no.
like goes to swing it onto you. What were you gonna do?
I'm saying, no, it's them. I want to dive out of the way.
He's slippery.
Roll dexterity with advantage because you're slippery.
15.
I don't think that's how that potion works, but it doesn't matter.
15.
So you no, and like a slip and slide. You're like across the floor. They're like, and they're all trying to like kill you.
I
And
want to
you go,
shout.
where is Philbus gone?
I want to shout. Wait, Esther.
Mhm.
Open the freaking box.
Why?
He's a unicorn.
He's fine.
Let me talk to him.
I want to be hiding in the bush at this point.
The two dark things are like.
That was awesome, Elder.
I want to run over to the bush and expose them.
You went over, so you go over to the bush, and you're like, haha,
I-
see? And then dryads kind of see, and they're like, we are being attacked.
As he's running to me, I want to turn my hat to look exactly like him.
So as you open it, you're like, here they are, and you look and you see
I
yourself.
stand up
I
and
want to
I
kick
hug
him.
stands up and okay, so
I want to
you are
slip
now,
out of it.
Hold on, you're considered grappled. He is very slippery. What do you want to do, Fletcher? These two are now wrestling. they're oil wrestling each
How
other.
close are... Is it one lady left now?
There's about 6.
Okay, how close is, like, these ladies?
One's only maybe about, like, 10 feet away from you.
You guys can leave me here
You can get there
forever.
easy, no
I'll
problem.
just live here for the rest of the campaign.
Hold on. You said they're made of wood?
They were the
They're
first
like
people
plants,
to not.
sort
the
of.
first woman
Yeah,
to
so they
not
burn.
hit you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
they
yes.
all love
They
Yes.
all love me.
Okay.
That's true.
Can I do burning hands at them?
No.
The cluster of them?
We're killing Alex's
Does burning
dreams.
hands? I think it's a
I
contact
got 4
thing, right?
of them.
No, it's a cone.
Huh?
got 4
of them.
Oh, that's
It's
weird.
a 15.
It's about,
Okay.
it's about quantity, not quality.
All right, hold on.
Wait. Also, as the implication is like they're slaves now because they're in the dungeon. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
real bad.
I might just live here the rest of my life.
Well, they'll be dead, so it doesn't matter.
Don't you
Still
kill
coming
me.
with
Dare kill me. This is the most beautiful thing I've
Okay,
ever
I
came
want you
across.
to roll the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And how big is the cone?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay, and roll damage for it.
Okay, so it's 3d6. I'm gonna borrow yours. Where's the d6?
That's
Help me.
The d6 is like a normal dice, yeah.
5, 6,
Mm.
and 1.
So what's that? 12 damage.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good math.
As you stand up.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! It's fire.
No.
Have fun.
I'm gonna say that they're probably doubly allergic to fire. So I'm gonna say that it
But they're
does double
fleshy.
damage.
It's okay. I'm not even at your girl. I mean,
Yeah, it
that's the
doesn't
group.
say that they are, but I'm gonna say that they are because that just sort of makes sense. Okay, so that's 24 damage. As they'll go, what have you done with Philbus? And as you two are wrestling, so you grab him. You're able to just like as you grab him, he goes, and he kind of like flies over, and you like hit your head on a tree, and you stand up. What do you want to try to do to mediate? You're not really sure. Fletcher's like standing up right now, so she's about to do some shit. What do you want to do to mediate with these dryads?
I want to yell at my team to stand down and tell them to run away.
So you go, stand down, run! As you see, as Fletcher stands up and she goes,
Laughing.
what do you do?
I want to look at the two littles and be like, watch this. And I just want to shoot fire as I laugh at them.
So you go, watch this, and like Kamehameha
Yeah.
fire. As they're just like, as you see the dryads just, and just fucking
I want
insane.
to approach
Turn
them,
into- yeah.
too. I want to make sure they're not running.
Oh, so as she walks forward, just flamethrowering, as the dryads are running on
I just
fire.
want to drop down to my knees and
And
watch this.
so like Come Maria starts playing as Alex drops to his knees as these dryad women like just start falling and just turning into ash, burnt wood, and plants. And you're like, there was such beauty here as the whole forest now starts to like light up.
If there was
'Cause you're in the
any
middle
ounce
of
of good in me,
It's
it
gone.
just
gone.
does.
It's gone.
You still have Vondus.
You're welcome.
You still have Vondus.
Right, we
He's
still have
my-
we
he's
still
my-
have the unicorn.
Yeah.
He's like
And
your
those
Jiminy
dryads.
Cricket.
Yeah.
You're 4 dryads in there. You're welcome.
But they're basically slaves now. They're not there by
You're
choice.
welcome.
That's the good. But they're slaves now.
You're welcome.
So now you stand in the middle of a field of roasting dryad corpses. The two dark creatures are running around you like, yay, and kind of like,
I did the work.
We did it.
I'm gonna dust myself off. Put me in the box.
Okay.
I need to talk to him.
He's trying to get splinters on his dick.
No, the unicorn.
dude, would you like to put him in the box?
I want to open it from above.
You open it from above, and as soon as you do, a couple of like
Can I
sharp
smack him
wooden barbs.
wherever I can? Oh, barbs?
Yeah,
I
wooden
thought the
barbs
ladies
go
were-
flying out. You want to catch one?
I mean, sure.
Roll dexterity.
It's a 6.
You go, and it goes into your hand. You're like, ow,
I'll
and
pull out my
you
sheet
take
and
5
take a note.
damage.
All right.
All right, and they're just down there now, and they're like, "Let us out, and they're like talking to everything. And you hear, so the unicorn is also down there.
Don't go in. What do you want? What do you want to do with it?
Here's just this dark box.
I want to speak to it.
So you
I
kind
don't know,
of
like-
cut back. I want there to be a flashback of me growing up with my mother while she was still alive, and I had a little stuffed unicorn that I used to sleep with every night.
It's like a Fortnite
Okay.
llama.
So
looking
you
dopey
so you
one.
crawl over, and the dryads are so pissed, and the unicorn is like,
No.
Can you hear me?
and in your mind, you hear, yeah, what's up, man?
These people want to kill you. You have to try to jump through this hole as soon as you can.
What hole?
Wait, I can hear you.
It's through my mind.
Yeah, just through his
I
mind.
want to see his expression.
He's like, that's it, and the unicorn's staring
I
at
want
him.
to tell the unicorn to fly out of this hole that I'm speaking
It's
through.
not a Pegasus.
Okay, here I go, and it runs into one of the walls, and it goes,
What
and one of the dryads like, no, feed me,
What is it doing down there? What are you telling
It's
it?
really upset. It doesn't like dark spaces. It needs to be able to
I
run.
want to look down there. Can I see it? Creature, is this one speaking to you?
And you hear in your mind, yeah,
What did he tell you to do?
told me to fly out.
I closed the door.
Oh, we're playing a game? As the drives go, nah, and it shuts.
God, I really
I
thought
can
they were
just
more
roll the acid
intelligent.
on it.
So,
Alright, we have this going on now.
now how are you getting out?
I'm not in it.
No, how are you getting out of the Fae? Wild.
We'll just ask
Ring
Ron.
Draxia.
Oh, I have a date with an older woman.
What?
Of her
Baba
children,
Yaga.
though.
Oh,
I guess we should go back to her hut.
should we?
It's up
I
to you.
made a deal.
Well, you don't know. She didn't call that in yet. Isn't that kind of the
Oh, she calls upon me.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Oh, screw it.
A moment of your time of virtue.
I've heard. Okay.
A booty call, if you will.
General.
if we
Maybe I could get the what's the sea woman? The sea hag and her together during one night.
if we
And then kill yourself.
if we get a chance for a long rest, we could attempt to teleport out of here. But otherwise, I don't know.
All right, let's start making a little fort. I mean, like a tent shelter.
you. So, you.
You make a little fort.
I mean, you know you can travel out, right? You have the ability to do that. You have a power that can do that.
Oh, do I?
Depends. No, you use your ring
That's
twice
what I'm
for the
saying.
box.
I
Yeah,
need
you
a
don't have enough
rest.
juice in it. So as you guys start, what are you doing? Making a
A
fort?
little stick house.
So you guys start piling up sticks, and as you start piling up sticks, from the corpses of one of the burnt dryads sits up, and you see like half of her face is just gone.
Can I run over and kick it?
You run over and you run over and kick it, and it just explodes.
Good.
And then another one sits up. It goes. Now hold on a minute.
I'm heading over still.
It's me, Draxia.
Oh,
I want to sniff.
Hold on.
Sniff.
Another one of the dryads sits up. It goes.
I want to go kick that.
Okay, so you all need to get out of here, right? All right.
So
There's some sort of magical locks on the Feywild, so I'm gonna need to talk you through the process of what to do
She's defusing
With-
a bomb with you.
with the unicorn.
oh,
Yeah.
We can't harm the unicorn though.
oh! Because we're basically ripping this thing out of the Fae existence.
Hold on a minute. Hold that thought. What?
You want us to kill the unicorn?
Yeah, you're gonna tear its heart out and stab the heart with the horn. You're also gonna do a bunch of blood magic shit.
I'm good with blood magic, but
Blood
killing a
magic's good.
unicorn? That's
can't.
just cold.
How about this? If you don't do this, I don't send you back to Red 9. You do this, I will send you back to Red 9 as soon as I can. A, to get your badass fucking upgrade, and B, to look for that scumbag that you've been wanting that so bad. So you choose.
Alright, I'll rip the horn out.
I can help you
Wow,
with
that
another
wasn't,
one.
I mean, okay, I thought maybe you'd think about
Some
it.
moral hesitation.
Alright.
Okay, so you're gonna need to get the
Some
unicorn
fights are
back
worth
up,
fighting.
and then I'll walk you through it.
I can't wait till I go on the adventure to get a unicorn to go back to Cloud Court to get you guys out of Cloud Court.
So, do you reopen the box? We're gonna be with them for a little while. We'll jump back to you.
I mean, I can. If we rest, I can just take us back ourselves, Draxia.
You can take yourself back here, yeah, but you won't be able to.
Wouldn't she know
That
that
might
she
be
just-
too late at that point. We're on a running clock. Astride may very well be dead at that point. She's not going to be able to fight the Quota Court.
Wouldn't she know if she's doing good or bad or no?
Hmm?
Would she know if
I
she...
can't see into the Quota Court. That's part of their thing. It's going to be messy. There were more dryads, just fucking kill them. Get them out of the way, and then we're good to go.
I'll burn.
Also, did you meet Baba Yaga?
Yes.
Love her.
I got a date
Great
with her.
person. You what?
I got a date with her.
What do you mean?
She said that she
Somebody's
needs a moment of my
jealous.
time at some point.
That bitch thinks she can poach one of my players. I don't think so. We'll have a talk. For now, give me the unicorn. What the fuck
Okay.
are those? And she looks to the two as they're just looking at her. They're hiding behind you.
Friends of the road.
Friends of the road, man. Friends of the road. Is this half dryad head?
All right. Fuck it. I open the box. What are we gonna do?
You open it from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first, and you... the yelling. First, you need to get rid of the dryads. Next, you need to get the unicorn out of the box.
Can I try to lasso it? I have like some kind
We have a
of rope.
shit ton of rope.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna try to lasso the unicorn's head.
Okay, you throw rope. The dryads immediately start to like pull it off and
Stop.
like biting
Fletcher,
at the
can you
rope
get
and
them?
trying to get rid of it.
Sure.
You want to jump in there with them?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
Because that's the most not gonna immediately kill a unicorn also thing.
So you just so you
I'll
say
just step in.
so you say Fletcher, can you get rid of him? Yep. And she just
Can I try and
And
crush
it's
one as I go in?
land on one.
Yeah, just land on me.
Yeah, sure. You know what? There's one that's trying to tug the rope off. So
Yeah.
you go and jump on it. Just roll your. What the fuck would that even be? Roll like a normal attack with your weapon.
So it's 17, and then attack.
17.
That's the hit. You hit. No, you definitely hit her.
Wait, what's my attack? Wait, is it down here? The attack bonus?
Mm-hmm.
So plus 9.
That's the hit.
Is that to hit?
That's the hit. You hit her. And
Okay.
now roll your damage. What does it say to roll for damage?
1
She has
D.
3.
Yeah.
Well, what? Pick one of your weapons that you want to use.
I'll
do
do
a
1.
1d10.
Yeah. 1d10.
Plus 4.
You don't want to use the. Okay.
It will. Wouldn't it be this one then?
You can just
4d6.
use whatever one's strongest.
So you got a 4d6, is that? Yeah, I guess
That's pretty
strongest.
fucking strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the most 5
5.
recent one. 3, 1, and 2.
11.
Thank you.
Okay, so you and one and she just and kind of lands underneath you and she's like,
Can I try and just curb stomp her face?
oh, you want to attack her again?
Yeah. I
No
mean,
problem.
if she's still wiggling, I'll just
Still waiting.
break her head. Do you want
Okay.
me to leave you one?
So do it again.
No.
Roll
Okay.
roll that damage again.
It is 8 plus 2. That's 3, 6, 8. So 8.
Okay. So you land and she and she takes like a piece of wood and starts stabbing your leg and you just curb stomp her head and her head just explodes into wood and
I'll look
plant
at the
matter.
other ones to be.
The other ones immediately and start
Okay.
jumping on you,
Just
and like
sawing us.
one of them jumps on your back and starts like stabbing you in like the
Can I
chest.
start
with, like,
pulling
a
the
big splinter.
unicorn up by the rope?
So you start backing up. The little the two guys, Vert and Mug, are also pulling on the other end of the rope. As the rope, I need you to roll a strength check. They're also going to roll strength checks. How strong are they?
23.
23. Not
Yeah.
bad, but this is a horse. So it's pretty strong. Plus, 13. They get a -1 to strength. They're so little, and the other one gets 1. So Vert is like, and you see that he is actually like just being sort of dragged backwards.
He's
by
like
you
off
guys.
the air, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's like not even doing anything. But Mug has like both the ropes wrapped around his like, and he's like a little chubbier and just heftier. And you guys start pulling. So as you, the dryads are jumping on your back, another one runs. You just kind of grab it by the throat as the
I'll just slam my
unicorn.
back into him.
As the unicorn is like, what's going on? And you see the rope tying around, and he goes to the wall and. He just starts hanging this unicorn as you're pulling. And just,
Come to this.
as you're only in D&D, as it's slowly sliding, as you're just fucking massacring these dryads. So the ones on your back, you want to slam it into the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, just roll strength.
It's a... So 13.
13? Okay. So you, and this one kind of just like, and she falls up and is like starting to get up. And then another one comes running at you. What do you want to do to it?
If she's running at me, I'll just kick out of her because I still have the one in my hand, so I'll kick out
Sure.
her while the other one's down.
Okay, roll your attack.
Oh, attack?
Just roll damage.
Okay.
Not even gonna.
It's 13. Plus
That's not your damage.
Wait,
Your damage
nope.
are all those little dice.
Yeah, these
remember?
little ones.
That's to hit. That one.
this one.
No, that's
No,
your
yeah.
damage.
Okay.
The other one
fine.
is to hit. The big one is
Okay.
to hit.
So 5, 11, what's
17.
17, and 18.
Okay. So the other one comes running at you. You kick it, and it just explodes.
Perfect.
Because you fucking killed it. It's just
fine.
and you're just fucking massacring these things. You have one in your hand and the one that's on the ground getting up. That's it.
Which one is more active right now?
The one in your hand is forming a club and starts whacking you in the head, and you take like I don't know 4 damage.
Can I?
You don't even move. Your head's just like.
Can I? Broken.
We're down.
What the Huckleberry Finn? Wow.
Can
So-
I counter with the grab like the club and just kind of on the head?
So you grab the club and then roll your damage again.
3,
Oh wait,
5.
stupid.
11.
me. Sorry. man.
All cameras on
14.
me.
I was like,
You just-
I'm looking at the same one.
And her head and just kind of like caves in
That's
as you
fine.
just drop it, and the other one is like and she gets him and she's like, I will not let you take Velbest.
We already took him.
And she just
As he's
and she
hanging
turns and she's
halfway out of the hole.
she's like, Velbest now, and she goes to run over to try to get
Can
him.
I
Kicking
just
his back
punch
legs.
her in like the stomach?
Sure,
and see
roll
if
your
I just
damage.
Get her into that wall. So 2, 3,
She's already pretty hurt.
9, 10.
So she's Philibus now, and you punch her in the back, which sends her past Philibus and just into the wall, and you see like the wood and the plant matter just like on the
So
wall.
does.
Confetti.
And so now it seems that they're struggling with this horse a little bit.
I'll
He's
start
just
climbing and
instead of
pushing.
pulling him all. Yeah, so you go underneath.
God.
Roll your strength again.
So
It's just such a fucking mess.
17 plus 8, 25.
18.
So you both with as you're pulling, you're like, and then suddenly, like as you go under and push it, the whole horse comes up and lands, and then he just stands up.
Why?
And
You really want to kill this magnificent creature.
the undead dryad, the Draxia is speaking through. All right, that's great. Oh God. So yeah, just put a bullet in its head, cut it open, take out its heart, cut off its horn, and then I'll walk you through the runes.
I guess I'll put the gun to the back of its head.
It kind of looks over,
Execution.
and not in your mind, it's just speaking now. What are you doing?
We're sending you to a better place.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
It is.
The Dryads brought me here because I love it. What? Is that a gun?
Hey, unicorn.
I know what guns do. They hurt people.
Unicorn,
I
look.
want to squeeze the trigger.
So you start to squeeze the trigger, and he goes.
How does he go?
How does he go?
He looks at you. He looks at you, and his eyes start to water because he knows. He knows what this means, and he goes, "Will there be sunrises?
Will there be what?
Sunrises. They're my favorite.
Every day.
That sounds nice. What's your name? My name's Philip." And as before you can finish, you Some brains.
Unicorn blood on my face.
As you
Is it rainbow blood?
and
Does
it's
it
rainbow
taste sweet? The little bit of
It's
blood
like
that landed on my
frosting.
lip. Does
Oil.
it taste sweet?
Frosting.
Do you taste some of it?
It's on
So
my
you're
lip.
sitting there while you're like, and yeah, it's delicious actually,
Oh.
and
Drink it up.
and it's a little bit like you taste it and you actually feel like pretty invigorated, and whatever damage you have
Got a new
taken
fetish.
heals like a little bit. You can feel it's like good for you. You heal like 1 point of damage. No, 1 point. And
Fully erect.
as the body of Philbus just
I'm gonna take out my knife.
Will there
Start
be sunrises?
yeah. So just start cutting it open.
I'm gonna take out the heart and then saw off the horn.
Can I take a bone?
Take
Sure.
its horn.
You can take the whole skeleton afterwards. They just need the heart and the horn.
Okay.
I'll take the rest.
I'm gonna start eating some of it and seeing which bone I want.
Okay, so you just start eating parts of it. You are healing any damage that you've taken,
Yeah.
but if you're at full, then you're good.
know
Other
these-
other things of eating unicorn is, for right now, I want you to roll perception.
It is 6 plus.
Right, man.
Wait, 5, so 11.
So as you start eating it, you're... It's good. She got rainbow, like blood all over her mouth. And you're just eating it raw. You're not even cooking it.
Oh, fuck that.
And as you're
I'll bring
sitting
some
there,
for later, too.
as you're sitting there, you're thinking, and for a quick flash, you see yourself emerging into a room, and you see these 3 tall snake creatures, and you see this large wooden room with this like almost these like chandeliers of wood hanging from the ceiling, and you see the devil girl known as Astride standing there,
Oh.
and you see her looking like kind of surprised, and then you
I'm a
I'm gonna tie
tiefling.
those things in knots.
yeah, you're like a devil person.
That's rude.
You're gonna tie what
I'm
things?
gonna tie those snakes into knots.
Trogdor.
Cool. As you continue to eat,
Yeah.
Can I remove its leg and put it in my bag like meat?
sir, you have a unicorn leg in your bag.
Fletcher, can you remove
Put that on your thing.
another leg for our friends of the road?
Alright, I'll bring a couple legs.
Sure, a front leg, because
I
I got a
got
back
this.
leg.
They need-
we need the oars.
Do we need the eyes?
No, you
Gotcha.
don't need the eyes. You can give the darklings the eyes.
Little ones, go for it.
And they run over,
Do
and
they know how to scoop eyes?
as the
they're
dead
learning.
body of Philbus just and they start ripping the eyes out.
That is grisly.
So
I want to pick up brain matter.
okay, you start eating the
Yeah.
brain matter. All right, you eat some of the brain matter. You see as Fletcher's just sort of
Suck
experimenting.
it out of the horn hole.
Freezing. And as you eat some of the brains of the unicorn, you eat a little bit of the brains, and I want you to roll perception again.
It is 9 plus 5, 14.
Okay. Alex,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get to you in a minute. Alex, how are you feeling right now? Like, what's going
Really
through your
upset.
mind? What are you thinking?
See, unicorns was always a childhood favorite creature of mine. I never knew if they really existed, but the more I grew up, I learned that they could be out there, and I always wanted to meet one day because I always loved unicorns. And I finally met my first real-life unicorn, and I had to put a lead bullet behind its skull and
Through.
through its skull.
Behind it.
And
Into
then I was covered in its blood and tasted what unicorns tasted like. I never really wanted to taste what unicorns taste like.
But here we are.
But here we are.
So
I'm holding its heart right now. I removed its leg.
So while Fletcher, you look over to Alex and you can feel all of that. Now, for you,
Weird.
that's actually probably a pretty big deal. You can
Yeah.
feel his emotions, and you feel how upset he is and how sad he is, and you can't like read his thoughts, but you
Yeah.
can feel as though you know for a fact that if you wanted to reach out, you can speak to him through your mind
Okay.
for a limited time.
Okay. So I can
If
just
you
do
wanted
that
to.
now? Okay. Alex, shut the fuck up with these feelings.
What the hell?
Stop! They're gross.
I want to look over.
I want to start stress eating for the unicorn.
Stress eating a unicorn.
Okay. What's it called? Okay. I just made up a bunch of things that unicorn body parts do when you eat them.
goody.
I
So,
want the balls.
do you want to eat the balls?
No, I don't want to eat the balls. I just want the balls.
Alright, you cut off Philbus's balls. So, as the dead dryad starts dragging itself over, okay, so here's what we're doing next. Is this awful,
God, I want
you know?
to
And you're like,
So, I'll walk you through the runes.
and she takes you through the prospect of spreading the blood around into this. It looks beautiful. It's a big rainbow thing, and she tells you to place the heart in the middle. Again, you make this stuff, but you'd have to do this a couple times for you to really get how to actually do it. Because she walked you through, but if you wanted to like try to take notes, like, you know what? Did you want to learn this at all? Because I know you're kind of interested in that. You and Astride both like to learn.
Sure.
Shit. All right, I want you to roll intelligence to see if you can. Intelligence and Arcana. Roll them both.
6. 17.
Ruined.
Do both of them together reach a 17, or was that your Arcana check?
Arcana was 17 by itself.
Okay, so you understand what the nature of these runes are, that they're going to take you to where they need to take you, yada yada. It's like transportation and something that's meant to punch through barriers and stuff. But you couldn't quite pick up exactly how it works. It's a little tricky. So anyway, you guys have it all set up. You're sitting there. You're all standing in the circle. Vert and Mug are not in the circle. They're just kind of looking at it like awkwardly. Like,
Is this part of the test?
You passed. You can go back to your cave if you want.
Well, we can't really. We was kicked out. And we thought bringing them back some unicorn eyes would prove that we's strong.
Why don't you just get normalized?
Because it's easy. But maybe they'll let us back now that we've got the unicorn eyes. What do you think? You're an elder, right?
It's worth a shot.
Alright.
Give it a try.
Well, Esther, it was a pleasure.
I just nod.
We will remember you.
and they start.
An eagle.
So you do you, Alex, pierce the heart of Philbus with?
Well,
Philbus's
if
heart?
this is like a ritual thing, shouldn't you be doing this? Or I
Sure,
I
actually,
took
that
out
makes-
like the organs, but
that makes more
yeah.
sense. So you were the one going through it all. So
Sure.
all right. So you say the magic words, and
Trust Whitey.
okay. And now we come back to Astride in these final moments. Astride, you stand before the court of the portal. Court of the portal.
Connect the cuts.
We have deliberated upon this and come to a decision. Astride, you have done a lot of terrible things in your life. You've hurt a lot of people.
Mm.
Some things, they can't be forgiven. But some things can be understood. On the count of your crimes, but they are as follows. Gain favor from the wisdom under false pretenses. Using celestial powers with evil intent. Slaughtering innocents. Betrayal of a celestial in favor of the goddess of chaos, Draxia. And seeing your testimony, we will all give our deliberation now. I found you guilty. And he looks over to the one on the left. I, on the other hand, found you to be innocent. And he looks to the one on the right.
I guess it's up to me then to decide your innocence or your guilt.
Puts on its this time a monocle.
Yes, yeah. Based on the testimony that you've given us, I believe we have no choice. We have a responsibility here to not only you, to ourselves, but to the world. We are a court. We are here to judge you. This is a court. But I believe we have no choice. You, Astride, proud Maw, of all your crimes against the wisdom, we find you innocent.
The one in the middle. Well, 2 versus 1. Looks like you win. Astride, you may leave. Once you walk through those doors,
Later.
you are free to go.
And does this mean that this whatever bond, stupid whatever, is cancelled?
No, that is something that you will have to work out with the wisdom. But as far as the court is concerned, you have no crimes against us.
So if I continue forward, I'm not going to end up back in here if I don't sever it?
Can't be double jeopardized.
Yeah, I don't want to walk out of here and I come right back.
We suggest that you cut your bond as soon as you leave. Make that a priority. Because he could always pull up other crimes against you.
This asshole.
He might try to convince us that that's a crime. So, we are sorry to be such an inconvenience.
Yeah, well, maybe next time he should be the one that's over here being judged. And I'm just going to walk out.
So, as you leave, you put your hand on the door, and you hear behind you. And you turn around and look, and there, standing in the middle of the room, in this smoking sort of like just pile on the ground, you see you see Esther stand up, you see Alex kind of stand up, and you see Fletcher just already standing perfectly fine. Like,
Did I get through the barrier?
the what?
The barrier?
So they appeared in the middle of where that barrier was, the invisible wall that you touched.
Yeah.
And you see that it's like shattered, like.
So it's open.
Yes.
They're exposed.
Free for all.
The Quodal are like, what is this? And so you guys, boom, explode into this room. You see Astride turning around with her hand on a door. You see these 3 giant snake things over there, and you see one of them go, we're under attack! And the 4 doors open, and a bunch of people start coming out in that armor.
My
I
nose.
I
Lock
run
and load.
to Astride. Are we... What is happening?
What are you doing here?
We're getting you out.
I literally was just leaving.
And so are we.
And so are we. Yeah.
So you guys start going through the door.
Yeah.
As you start going through the door, Alex, you come up and you see these people with in armor start running at you with spears and stuff.
I'm gonna start opening fire on them.
So you take out your assault rifle and just and
So that's
they're
it? That's just what we're doing?
and some of them try to block with the it's like just,
Can I ask a question?
yes.
Are these 3 serpents, do they look fortified? What are they?
Or
They
do they
look
look like
strong.
judges? Like snake judges.
Or do they look like
old snake
You
judges?
take a
Old-
shot.
snake politician people?
Well,
With
I'll
no
tell you what.
spine.
They don't seem super scared of what's happening, and you see that one of them, while this is all happening, one of them looks to one of the people who got shot and is like, no, and reaches down. You see them like, and they kind of cure them and are like,
Another stray bullet.
thank you, and start running back into the fray as you just see Alex. As you guys get to the door, the other ones, one of them seems to fly up to the ceiling, curl into a ball, and make an orb around itself. To
Which
protect
one was
itself.
that?
The one that talked like this.
Is that the one
And
that
the-
found me guilty?
No.
No, that one found you innocent.
Right.
The one that found you guilty is simply staring, and he's like, kind
Is
of
there a
taking
way out
in-
of this?
I don't know. We just got here.
What's the plan?
Go through that door and see what happens.
No. The one in the center, and comes flying at you fucking fast.
Finger of death.
Finger
12
of death.
inches.
Okay,
They're
I want
really-
you to.
really
What do you have to
small
do for that? Do you roll to hit? Do I roll to
Does a
resist?
guard her snake?
Constitution saving throw of 17.
Snakes have disadvantage.
And I want to say, I told you, it's always been self-defense. You made the first move.
He failed. He got a 12. What does that mean?
Alright, so I roll 78. He takes 78 plus 30 necrotic damage. What's his health at? Does the 30 alone kill him?
No.
Okay.
Let me take out a calculator though.
Yeah, I'm going to too.
Yeah, me too.
2-2.
Okay. Ooh, Jesus motherfucking Christ.
What?
Yeah, they are lawful good.
What does that mean?
Well,
They were.
I want to make sure that he hears me say self-defense.
How many was it?
78 plus 30. 30. 30.
I know.
He knows. They're gods. Invulnerable gods. Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Motherfucking 4s.
Don't be a 3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
You had to say there's too many 4s.
Too many 4s?
He takes 54 points of damage.
Plus 30.
Necrotic damage.
Total?
Total.
Oh. How do you want him to die?
He's not a humanoid, right?
No, hold on. Mine's how much? 54?
54.
Okay. You slam him with Finger of Death, and he does this dark energy comes out of your finger, just he and kind of hits the ground and writhes. But you see him, and he launches at you and bites onto your shoulder. He's not dead, but that hurt him
Who
a lot.
bites?
So does my armor react?
Well, let me see if he
Yeah.
hits you first.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't
Scorpion
remember how
versus snake.
my armor works.
Snake.
Snake.
So I got a 17 plus 8.
That's 17 plus 8 for
Hey, does
Slytherin.
the 17 plus 8 hit you? So I got 17 plus
So
8.
funny.
And that's gonna be
9d10.
that's gonna be
I want to choose to reduce
all
the
it
damage by 1d6.
okay.
Well,
He
If
bites
it's
right into your arm because it does.
Is he? What size is he?
It literally just did 1 damage to you. So
It's gonna do none then.
yeah, he bites onto your armor mostly, and your armor takes most of the hit as it just kind of.
Is that considered grappling?
Can I attack back?
If the target is medium or smaller.
Well, her armor can actually do something real quick if she wanted to.
Is he medium or smaller?
He's medium. Yeah.
So yeah, then he must make a DC 16 Dex save.
I got a 15. What did I have to get? A 16?
He takes 4 piercing damage and is considered grappled.
So it's another 4. So
Can I use a
one of the
bonus
pincers. Sure, one of the pincers from your armor grabs him, rips his the dragony snake head from your
I
armor,
guess it's not my turn
and
anymore.
your scorpion claw is holding him. Yeah, if you want to use a reaction or something.
Well, it says bonus action. Is it still my turn or is it his turn? Doesn't matter.
It says, we're just playing this loosey goosey
Oh,
right now.
then the tail's gonna sting him.
Okay.
So another DC 16 dexterity save.
Well, he's considered grappled. I don't think he can make dex saves while grappled.
All right, then
To
he
dodge,
takes.
because that's supposed to be to dodge that.
Yeah.
So
You're
if you're grabbing them, he can't dodge anything.
Then he
So
takes-
that's
It's like a
no, that's a
triple
broken
disadvantage.
combo. Oh
Yeah.
Jesus! So if she grabs you with the armor, she can just freaking check.
unless he breaks out.
Flex isn't.
takes 11 piercing damage.
Snake. Can't believe I killed a unicorn.
17
get
poison
here and
damage and is
start
considered
mayhem.
poisoned.
So after you and you see that he is like, and he is very, very weak.
How do you want him to die?
As Alex, you guys are now in the waiting room as the 2 soldiers are backing up Alex and Fletcher and Esther. What do you guys want to do?
She seems to have it under control.
She's kind of just like 1v1ing the one that found her guilty. The
And-
other 2 are like, oh fuck.
We're like in the lobby now.
So the doors are now acting as like a bottleneck. As Alex is holding them off, I assume Fletcher, you're probably like,
Yeah.
like just fighting them off for fun.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's going on. You're just having a good time. And you have 2 soldiers of theirs on your side for some reason. You assumed Astride did that already, as
Yeah.
they are also blocking. So nothing's really getting.
Oh, they
to
came
Astride.
in?
No, when you open the
Gret and
doors.
Vern?
Yes, as you open the doors, Grant and Vern started to
Nice.
fight on your side.
I'm content. I'll let her do what she's
Okay.
doing.
You're like, cool.
Fletcher, would you like to do anything? Or just wail on these fucking people?
No, whaling's fun.
Alright, so with you two, you're just fucking slamming people with that bone that you have
Yeah.
from the Fallen Herald. You're just like boom, boom, like Sauron in the fight where they're just like
What is the ground? Is it cloud?
clouds. Actually, now that you're in here, it's the way that I described it. You're like,
The
weird.
walls are clouds.
No, the walls are wood.
Can I,
You,
let's just try it.
you do notice, as she is hurting this one, that the whole place is like kind of moving around. It seems like they hold this place up.
Just because
And
I'm
the
not
other two are
really
panicked.
doing anything, I want to use my quickened spellcasting ability and start doing one of the traditional escape runes on the
Okay,
wall.
so you start doing one of the escape rooms. He is
Just
going
to
to
see.
attempt to break out of your grapple.
Oh, how do I know what he needs to do?
What?
Does he need to make a certain...
It's his. I'm just gonna do his strength versus.
It's always been a 16 dex in the armor.
Yeah, we'll just do
Okay.
16. So let's see if he breaks the 16. He got a 4 plus a 3.
Whoa.
Does that break
Nope.
a 16?
So he can't break out of your thing, and he has not a whole lot left. Would you like to do anything with him, or let him go?
Crazy.
Yeah, I wanna try to, where is this?
Brace this up.
Do I know what he's considered?
A snake.
Is he a monster?
He's a celestial.
I don't have Dominate Celestial.
I would have it work.
Is it beast?
Do dominate a monster.
Person?
Do dominate monster. 'Cause he's like not a person really. He's like a creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
We're all persons.
So he rolls a what?
He has to be a 17 wisdom.
He's very wise.
He has 5 wisdom. That's a 7.
He doesn't make it.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to the team!
So you kind of hold him, and as he's like, vile, nasty cretin, as you just slam your staff down. Do you want to get anybody else within range? Like another one of the soldiers?
Sure. I mean, it's 2, so whoever's
18.
close.
You didn't get the other one.
Alright, that's fine.
One of the soldiers is in a blind rage. So you...
Tell everybody to stop.
Everyone stop! And all of them kind of...
I want to pop off one more round.
and they all... He's just like, huh?
I'll let him go.
Rubs it with his little tail. You are...
I told you, self-defense. I hope you learned that lesson.
Clear our names.
Got it? We did nothing wrong here.
Yes.
You attacked us.
Yes,
My friends had no idea where I had gone.
of course. Yes,
They thought you
Of
were
course.
evil.
yes, of course they did.
They had no idea.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
That would make total sense.
yeah. I'm sorry that we almost destroyed your cloud court.
We had quote of the quote.
These are not the drones you're looking for.
All right, I'm terribly sorry.
So we're gonna walk out of here and we're never gonna see you guys again.
No,
Yeah,
never again.
never again.
And you're going to give me everything in your wallet.
I don't have a wallet.
Doesn't have hands.
Oh, sweet Sonic card.
What are the other
Just
snake
the
boys
snakes.
doing?
What's up?
What are the other snake boys doing?
Well, the one has now turned off its like little like force field and is kind of like flying down, and the other one is flying over as well. And now they have arrived. What is going on? Yes, I would also like to know what this is all about.
I'm gonna turn to this middle one. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah. You're welcome.
Snaky.
Ekans.
Parton.
Sylvester.
Mackenzie.
Parton. My name is Parton.
Pardon. Explain what has happened here.
Like great injustice.
Put it back on the DM. I'm sorry, all these snake people's names have to have S's in them.
Bad game.
Bad game. Bad DM, not prepared.
Well, okay, this works. This was a terrible misunderstanding. These people thought that we kidnapped their friend. They came to rescue her. They saw us as evil. They saw us as attackers. These are the ones that she's been traveling with.
Yes, these are the evil ones.
Ah!
Hey.
No.
Eh.
No.
Did
They
we
thought-
not just have 2 hours worth of court clearing my name?
They thought that, yes, we should allow them to go. I was the only one that held up the ideas that she was still guilty. Let us let her go. Well, if you believe that's the right thing to do, Parton.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Very well. And he looks at you with scared, empty
Screaming eyes.
You are free to go.
Thanks, Parton.
We find you innocent.
Yeah.
And
You're
you see him
Parton.
kind of wave his tail, and you see the door open. In the far end of the court where there was no
How do
door.
we get back from the Cloud City, though?
I don't even know how I got here.
No, just
A
hold
door
hands.
magically opens in a
I said
wall.
we walk through the door.
We gotta get out of here. Yeah, screw it.
So
Hold
you,
hands and go.
you all begin to walk out. The dead bodies, as Fletcher and Alex start walking down the piles of dead bodies of the soldiers, of the followers of the Court of Quotal. As you walk past the two concerned Quotal looking over their friend, kind of confused, as he sort of stares vacant and empty, and as he vomits a
He's
little
still
bit.
in there, though.
He's poisoned, too. He's very badly hurt and poisoned. As
Well, no, he fucking attacked me.
as he kind of vomits a little bit, and you see his veins sort of peeling. He's like, and as you see you two kind of walking confidently, like what the fuck ever. Esther, I imagine, sort of curious of the environment as you leave. And Astride, how are you feeling?
I beat Cloud Court.
So you, as you walk out, just kind of like first sort of pissed, and then as you leave,
I win.
you did. And as you all walk through the door, you step out into the grass of the clearing that you were at where you killed Carla Lily.
Ooh.
And you're all like, well, like, boom! And then you disappear again. And you are where Draxia is, her realm.
I just want to start vomiting profusely while it's teleporting.
Fletcher did not come with you to the clearing. Instead, Fletcher, when you walked through this portal, you said, nah! And instead of walking through the portal, you walked off the edge of the Quotal Court, which is just on a cloud.
Yep.
So you're just like... and just soaring through the air towards an ocean.
Will I
And you all appear before Draxia as she's sitting there and sort of like rummaging through like a box of like nasty metal, and she looks,
Well, you found her. Did you have fun?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Now then, I made a promise. I will get you better equipment. You want the king dead? You want to take this kingdom? You want to spread my beautiful name? And get stronger, more deadly. Grow into something more dangerous.
Yeah, I also want to kill the Wisdom now. He's on my list now, too.
Oh, I don't think you'll have to look far.
Nope.
Then here's what we're gonna do.
and we'll cut that off for the
Hands
next
up.
session for episode 2 or season 2 is what we'll do next time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well done.
Did you guys enjoy your unicorn shenanigans?
Yes.
It was shenanigans. So conceivably, we could have just sat exactly where we were.
Yes.
Alex could have
It's a
all
good-
his dryads.
It's
Yes.
a good return to form, though. We had a
But
little bit of
instead,
everything.
you left one of the highest
I can talk to him.
prideful creatures. Oh my god, you can.
You
You're
basically-
connected telepathically.
You
Just
stacked
spy.
our celestial supreme court, basically.
Actually, no, you cannot.
Why? Give me a good
Crotals-
reason.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Codals are immune to you reading their thoughts. I think speaking to them in their head.
Well, then I can't dominate them.
You can. Didn't say anything about dominate. Hold on.
All right. So we'll see
I mean, I
you
can also just.
next
I
time.
could also just do everything.
Yeah. So I hope you guys had a fun time. First time back.
I love snakes.
All right. Okay. A fun little, almost like a little one shot.
But with the characters you all know, love, and hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.